The kids.
Nazar in a breakaway down the slot. Shoots. He scores! With a shot. He scores! He scores!
They can play. An original Six tradition that rattles the rafters with Chicago pride.
Where you from?
Chicago.
Chicago. From the anthem to the final horn. It's time for Chicago Blackhawks hockey. With the call of the game, here's John Whiteman and Steve Conroy.
The Chicago Blackhawks hit the quarter pole of the season tonight and bring a 6-game point streak onto United Center Ice to face an opponent who is only 1 point behind them in the conference standings. The Seattle Kraken want what the Hawks have and won't be shy about taking it. But the Hawks, well, they're on their best run of the season and can accentuate that stretch by avenging their loss in the Pacific Northwest some 7 games ago. Well, hi again, everyone. John Whiteman along with Steve Conroy and Charlie Romeliotis. Glad to have you along here tonight. We're at the United Center where tonight the Blackhawks will take on the Seattle Kraken. Second meeting of 3 this season, Steve. And I'm thinking that if you're on the Blackhawks side, you know, you haven't forgotten that game in Seattle. Not that it was a terrible game. And Jeff Blashill even talked about it this morning when I asked him point blank, was that the worst game on the trip? He said, no, I think our guys played really well. We just could not score enough goals to get back into it. He said the chances favored the Blackhawks. So hopefully that same situation will happen here tonight. Only the boys will put the puck in there.
Yeah, and Seattle is so good at that, keeping you to the outside. And I heard Jeff Blashill, head coach of the Blackhawks, talking with Charlie Romeliotis about we got to get to the middle. And it's hard to get to the middle against Seattle because not only, do they play that, 5-in-the-house type of hockey in front of their own net, they've got some big defensemen back there too. So they make your life difficult. But with Todd Bertuzzi, make that Tyler Bertuzzi getting back into the lineup. Todd, I played against Todd for a number of years.
Yeah.
But Bertuzzi back in the lineup, I think will help them in that respect. And now the Blackhawks have done a pretty good job of exploiting the front of the opposition net. And that's going to be a key tonight against Seattle.
I'm looking to see what Connor Bedard's going to do tonight, Steve. I mean, he didn't do anything in the game against Seattle, but 10 goals and 11 assists in his last 10 games, 21 points. And he had the hat trick the other night in the win over Calgary. But this is a little bit of a different animal. As you said, it'll be, I think, a little more difficult for him to get free ice in order to get that great shot away here against Seattle.
Yeah, it's funny. I looked up his numbers. He's only played against the Seattle Kraken 6 games. He only has a total of 2 points, just 1 goal, 1 assist. He's also a -5, which isn't fantastic. That's certainly not all on him. But he realizes that, hey, this is a team I haven't had a lot of success against. I'm wearing the A now. I'm a leader on this team. Well, he always has been, but now it's a little more visible. I think he's going to have a big game. Obviously, the hat trick last game helps your confidence immensely. But players know when they haven't played well against a certain team. And, of course, growing up in North Vancouver, that's not too far away from Seattle.
Right.
He's got friends and families watching, and I'm sure when they were in Seattle, they were there. He wants to have a special game against this Kraken team.
All right. Well, Who's Going to Deliver is sponsored by Mitsubishi Electric Heating and Air Conditioning. Electric heat pumps for a better environment inside and out. Visit getacomfyhome.com. Now, it would be easy to pick Connor Bedard with what he's done here in the last little while, but I'm going with former Seattle Kraken Ryan Donato, and this is why, Steve. You and I saw him score a goal to get himself off of an 8-game scoreless schneid, if you will. And it seems like when Ryan scores a goal, he heats up, and he follows that up. So I'm going with Ryan Donato here tonight. The keys for tonight's game are sponsored by your Chicago and Northwest Indiana Hyundai dealers. And Steve's got those keys.
Well, first off, John, let's get the power play singing again. The Blackhawks were 6 for 12 over a 5-game stretch not too long ago. Last 2 games, though, they've come up empty. They do have Bertuzzi back in the lineup. I think that'll help a lot. Keep in mind, Seattle's allowed a power play goal in 7 straight games. Secondly, Beniers has been a Blackhawk burner, and I'm talking about Matty Beniers. Not having a great year this year, but he has 6 goals, 9 assists in his last 9 games played. Make that 6 goals, 4 assists in the last 9 games against Chicago. So keep an eye on Matty Beniers. And then finally, feed the guy who's feeling it. And we're talking about Connor Bedard. Since October 26th of this year, no one in the NHL has more goals or more points than our own Connor Bedard. He's got 11 goals, 22 assists in the last 25 days. So, Connor, keep it going.
All right. Steve, who are you banking on? Sponsored by Marquette Bank. Love where you bank, celebrating 80 years of neighborhood banking.
I'm going to go down the same lane you just went down, John. A former Seattle Kraken player, Andre Burakovsky. 3 years in Seattle, of course, original Washington Capital, but I think he's going to bust out and score against his former team.
Well, this is Native American Heritage Night, and the Blackhawks organization honoring a whole bunch of Native Americans who made their way down here to Chicago. It was a 30-hour bus ride, and they made it all the way. I know it's long. You had to take some long bus rides in junior, Steve, but 30 hours, come on. Wow. Anyway, they also are honoring the memory of former Blackhawk Fred Sasakamoose, who I had the opportunity to meet back in 2008-09 when we were in Edmonton. And he was a great gentleman, very kind man, and considerate, polite, all of that. And his great-grandchildren are here now, along with his grandkids, to honor him here tonight. And they're down on the red carpet that extends out from the two benches and a ceremonial puck drop. So it warms your heart to see this kind of thing, Steve, and how great these people are, and how hopefully they're enjoying this moment for them. Came all the way from Saskatchewan.
They had an opportunity. I saw them this morning down in the dressing room to meet a couple of the players. They get a tour of the Chicago Blackhawks dressing room. Blackhawks do a great job with the native North American Indian population, and it's great to see the Sasakamoose family all here, and there had to be at least 50 of them.
Oh yeah. They all piled off the bus. It's like whoa, and. But a lot of them, I spoke with them this morning. They had never been to a city like Chicago. They were wide-eyed, and it was great to welcome them here this morning for the morning skate. All right, well, tonight's presentation of our national anthem is proudly sponsored by H.T. Stringer, a proud partner of Plumbers 911. And for the anthem, as we usually do, we send it down to the man standing on the red carpet that extends out from the penalty timekeeper's bench. Of course, I'm talking about Jim Cornelison with some special guests from the military. Hawks fans, please enjoy our national anthem.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight, while our ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket red glare, the bomb bursting in air, came through the night, that our flag was still there. Oh, sing us as Star-Spangled Banner, yet
The absolute best in the business. Yes, sir. Mr. Jim Cornelison with our Star-Spangled Banner. Well done. Let's get to the starting lineups. In goal for the Seattle Kraken is going to be Joey Decord. He has had the Hawks number, Steve, 5-1-0 in his career. He's the first goaltender ever to emerge from the Arizona State D1 college hockey program and make the National Hockey League. He's from Boston. Good on him. And for the Kraken at defense are Ryan Lindgren and Brandon Montour. Up front from left to right, Mason Marchment starts at left wing. Centering the Kraken opening line, Matty Beniers, and starting at the right wing, their captain, Jordan Eberle. For the Blackhawks, Spencer Knight takes the net. He's 1-2-0 in his career against the Kraken. At defense are going to be Sam Rinzel and Alex Vlasic. Up front from left to right, Oliver Moore starts at left wing. Centering the Hawks opening line, Frank Nazar. Starting at the right wing, Tyler Bertuzzi. Referees this evening are Justin Kia And John Hebert, a little foghorn sound to accompany this announcement. Handling the lines tonight are Johnny Murray and C.J. Murray. Plenty of speed on that line for the Hawks, Steve, especially the center and the right wing. See if that factors into the outcome of this game. Down to center ice we go. Nazar and Beniers to face off. They get her going. The drop of the puck, we're underway, and the Kraken get control. Lindgren from the left wing side of center ice tosses the puck slowly to the left wing corner Hawk zone. Nazar collects there. Head to Connor Murphy. He'll flip it ahead to center ice. And now taken back by the Kraken at their line. Eberle with a pass. That's broken up with the Hawk line. Bertuzzi back the other way. Over the Seattle line on the right wing. Stops along the half boards. Fed it across to Vlasic along the left side boards. He leaves it down to the half boards for Oliver Moore, who wins a puck battle. Tried to get it to Bertuzzi in the left wing circle, but Beniers broke that up for the Kraken and spins the puck behind his net up the left wing side to Marchment. He fires it through the air down into the Hawk zone, and Eberle will grab the puck in the right circle and fire. And a blocker save made by Knight. And now Andre Burakovsky, another former Kraken, flips the puck ahead for Bedard. It ends up in the Seattle zone, however. Cleared to center ice quickly, but the Hawks get it back and then give it back at the Seattle line. Jaden Schwartz lost the puck down behind the net. Connor Bedard centers. That was broken up by Dunn of the Kraken, and in behind the net they battle. Burakovsky pulls it free from Adam Larson. Put it to the right point. Artyom Levshunov to Wyatt Kaiser, left point. Now to Levshunov, tearing down to the left circle. Lost the puck off a poke check. Jaden Schwartz to the puck for Seattle. Lifts to center ice. Wyatt Kaiser took the puck back for the Hawks on the left wing side and spins it down to the left wing corner in the Kraken zone. And Adam Larson, who's only missed one game in the history of the Seattle Kraken, put it behind the net to Vince Dunn. Here's Dunn with an outlet pass up the left wing. Freddie Gaudreau at center ice. Out it into the Hawk zone of the left circle and wires a shot that goes wide. Teuvo Teravainen chops the puck off the left side boards and down into the Seattle end. Riker Evans will grab it in behind the net. Ridden into the far corner boards there by former Kraken Ryan Donato, but the Kraken clear their end. Berkeley Catton to center ice on the left wing. Dumps it across into the right wing corner Hawk zone. Matt Grzelcyk plays the carom ahead to Ryan Donato, and he'll clear the puck off the glass into the Seattle zone. Teams make line changes. Here's Evans to center ice on the left wing. Runs into a check in front of the Hawks bench. That by Sam Lafferty. They scrum for the puck right in between the benches. Lafferty came out with it to Colton Dock. He'll drop it back into the Hawks zone to Connor Murphy, and the Hawks reset. Now Murphy over to Vlasic. Shot it ahead now to center ice, picked off by Lindgren. He made a lead pass into the Hawks zone, and it's taken back in behind the net now by Vlasic, who put the puck around up the right side to Connor Bedard. Bedard at the Hawk blue line did a couple of spins, and he got away from the Seattle forward Ty Kartche. Spun it ahead now. It deflects into the Seattle zone. Brandon Montour there. Passing up the right side. Ryan Winterton will bring it to center ice. Little spin and then coughed it up. Lafferty sends Bedard over the Seattle line. He'll fire from the slot. That's over the net. Almost a pure clean breakaway there for Bedard.
Blackhawks going with 11 forwards, 7 defensemen again, and Connor Bedard gets that extra shift.
Now Montour into the right circle. Hawk zone firing a shot, and that's stopped by his former teammate in Florida, Spencer Knight of the Hawks. Beniers in the left wing corner trying to center the puck. Taken away by Nazar. Quick pass up the right wing to Moore. Breaks through center ice over the Kraken line down the right wing. Turning to the corner, he'll flip it in behind the net. Bertuzzi in the left wing corner. Put it in front for Nazar. He redirects the puck in on goal, and a stick save made by DeCord.
Good job by Oliver Moore. Sorry, John. Just good job. 1-on-3 and literally buying some more time to get a good shot in front of the net.
Marchment into the Hawk zone near the left point. Centers the puck. It hit the stick of Beniers and bounces free to Tyler Bertuzzi. Bertuzzi center ice on the left wing, runs into Larson and pokes the puck down to the left wing corner in the Kraken zone. Nazar forces it free. Here's a shot from Levshunov from the right point, and that sails just wide. Bertuzzi tried to get out of the way of that flying object and nearly was hit with the puck. Levshunov again will spin it behind the net around up the left wing side. Grzelcyk to Burakovsky high slot to Levshunov right point. To Grzelcyk at the line left point. Snaps it down to the left wing corner. Bertuzzi put it behind the Seattle net to Burakovsky. Burakovsky carries to the right wing corner, then up the boards, and then coughed up the puck, and Beniers took it away. To Jordan Eberle, Seattle line, then back to Matty Beniers inside the Seattle zone, and the Kraken are in the midst of a line change. Here's Dunn with a pass up the left wing to Catton. Rink wide pass for Jamie Oleksiak. He weaves down the right wing into the Hawk zone and fires from a tough angle. Pad save made by Knight. Oleksiak had a goal in Seattle. And now Eeli Tolvanen with the puck at the right point. Spins it down behind the Hawk net. Neidl guided around up the near side to Ryan Green, who clears to center ice, and the Kraken have to regroup. Tolvin into Jaden Schwartz. Hawk line right wing. Backhands the puck into the right wing corner, Hawk zone. Crevier absorbs the check. The puck bounces out in between the circles. Ilya Mikheyev's got it. Throw it down into the Seattle zone to the right wing corner. He's checked there by Riker Evans. Tries to fight off the check and maintain the puck. Could not, but Teravainen took it back high slot to Kaiser. Left wing circle, closes in, fires, and a chest save is made by Joey Decord. He'll hold on to the puck in the Seattle crease. We have no score with 14:52 left in period number 1, and a good pace of this game.
I was just about to say, we went over 5 minutes without a whistle and really some end-to-end action. Right now, the Seattle Kraken out shooting the Blackhawks 3-2, and that's unofficially. Real quickly, tonight's make that all Blackhawks win this season are sponsored by Circus Sports Illinois. Download your new bookie today at circusports.com.
The Kraken have a kid making his NHL debut tonight. We'll get to that in just a minute. Off the draw, the Hawks control. Murphy at the right point spins the puck down behind the Kraken net. Mikheyev got it there to Kaiser, high slot, firing a wrist shot. This deflects wide. Teravainen along the right board, stripped of the puck by Gaudreau, who pokes it ahead at center ice. Shane Wright then caught from behind. The Hawks take the puck back. Donato put it back to Murphy, head of Mikheyev, Seattle line left wing side. He'll spin it down behind the net. Gathered in by the Krakens. Gaudreau coughed it up, put out in front now by Mikheyev, and a shot from Teravainen is gobbled up by Decord. Kind of an uncharacteristic giveaway by the Seattle Kraken in their end, but the Hawks nearly were able to take advantage.
Yeah, really aggressive forecheck. Ryan Donato on the body, and it was Mikheyev who's really shown some good jump early in this hockey game, showing some speed and just great awareness there, feeding it to Teravainen all alone in front of the net. I don't think Teravainen got the shot he wanted.
Yeah.
It was, maybe the puck was on edge, but it was an easy save for Joey Decord right into the midsection. Draw off to his right now.
Here's the kid we were talking about, Oscar Fisker Molgaard. He is from Denmark, and he's playing in his first National Hockey League game. Had a chat with him this morning. Real polite kid, nice kid, and he's looking forward to being involved in this game, and he is right now. Sam Lafferty, Hawk blue line, makes a pass up the right wing. Colton Dock into the Kraken zone, stopping at the right point. Spins it down behind the net. Lafferty's got the puck around to the left wing boards. Stripped of the puck, though, by Cartier, who'll move it out now to Montour center ice. Flips it down to the left wing corner to Molgaard. He's checked, but then lost the puck. And is now taken back by Ryan Green. Look out, the Hawks get a little clumsy with the puck in front of it. And Vlasic will grab it and skate it out the center.
Blackhawks like breaking out to the front of their net, and it catches the opposition kind of off guard, but it's got to be a good pass. And if you mishandle a pass up the middle in front of your net, it could end up in the back of your net. Fortunately, the Blackhawks dodged the bullet.
Here's Dunn with a pass on the left wing. Beniers, Hawk blue line, had to hold up. His teammates were in the Hawk zone. He dropped the puck back to Dunn, who gave it to Marchment into the Hawk zone. His dad was former Blackhawk Brian Marchment. And he put the puck down behind the net to the far corner. Bertuzzi slaps it off the boards and down. No icing is called. Vince Dunn back to get the puck behind the Seattle net. Moving it around up the right wing. Marchment short of the Seattle blue line. Will backhand it through center ice into the Hawk zone far corner. And Louis Crevier got it there, put it behind the net. Grzelcyk passing up the left wing to Moore. To Nazar at the Seattle blue line. Had the puck stripped off his stick and sent all the way down. And taken back now by Matt Grzelcyk as the Kraken are in a line change. Here's Artyom Levshunov weaving through center. Bats the puck over front of the benches. Kaiser makes the smart play, poke checking the puck down into the Seattle zone, forcing the Kraken to regroup. But Eeli Tolvanen breaks to center ice with the puck. Coughed it up. Schwartz took it back, then gave it back. Bedard over the center ice circle. Cuts in over the Kraken line. Put the puck into the feet of Oleksiak, hoping to get it on the backside of him. Could not. Now Bedard fishing for the puck along the left boards. Had it knocked off his stick. The Kraken get it back. Oleksiak clears to center ice. The Hawks take it back. And Levshunov will fire it down the right side boards again behind the Kraken net. Decord out to play it around up the left wing side. And here are the Kraken on the attack. Chandler Stevenson crossing the Hawk line down the left wing. Won a Stanley Cup with Washington in 2018 and the Vegas Golden Knights in 2023. He's checked off the puck. The battle remains in the left wing corner in the Hawk zone. Shane Wright there pulls it free. Put the puck out to the left point, Ryan Lindgren. Now to Schwartz, top of the left circle. To Stevenson along the left wing boards. A timely poke check by Burakovsky. The puck ends up at center ice. Burakovsky to Donato into the Kraken zone. But Catton doubling back for Seattle took it away. To Montour at center ice on the right wing. He'll send the puck down to the right wing corner, Hawk in. Shane Wright's got it behind the Hawk net. Then he gave it up to Ryan Donato of the Hawks. Over to Andre Burakovsky. He lifted to center ice, and Donato on the receiving end. He's over the Seattle blue line. Sent it off the left corner boards beside the net. Got it back. Put it around to the right point. Rinzel. Now to the high slot. Vlasic to Rinzel along the right boards. Spins it down behind the net to the left wing corner. Lafferty to Vlasic left point. He fires, and this deflects up into the protective netting, and out of play it goes. No score. Hawks and Seattle Kraken with 11:07 left in period number 1 here at the United Center. This is Blackhawks hockey on 720 WGN.
Hey, hockey fans, it's Chris Chelios. What are you sipping tonight? El Bandito Yankee is a new ultra-premium tequila that is 100% pure and natural with no additives. Just 100% blue agave. El Bandito Yankee Tequila is the most flavorful blue Weber agave in the world. Now available at Benny's, Mariano's, Jewel, and Woodman's. Go to elbanditoyankee.com to learn more about what makes us so damn good.
Chicago hockey fans love a good power play. And when it comes to selling your house, you want a team you can trust.
That's why Jeff Buys Your House is your winning play. No repairs, no commissions, and you pick the closing date.
That's like skating on a clean sheet of ice, fast and smooth.
We're a local, veteran-owned company that's been helping Chicagoland homeowners since 2007.
Make the smart move and go for the win. Visit jeffbuysyourhouse.com for your no-obligation offer today.
Hey, hockey fans, it's Troy Murray. If you're ready to upgrade your outdoor living space, look no further than TimberTech Decking and Railing, the #1 premium composite decking brand, tough enough to handle anything. It looks like real wood, but without the costly maintenance of a wood deck. It won't rot, warp, splinter, or peel, ever. And it's backed by industrial-leading warranties, so your deck will last year after year after year. Connect with a local contractor or order free samples at timbertech.com to see the TimberTech difference for yourself. TimberTech, everything wood should be.
Hey, this is Chris Chelios. Let's get back to Hawks hockey. Here's the boys.
Well, just because the Blackhawks are on the road doesn't mean you have to watch at home. Join us tomorrow on Friday, November 21st at Shenanigans on West Division Street for our next official watch party of the season presented by Bud Light. Come enjoy music, beverages, and a lot more as the Blackhawks take on the Buffalo Sabres at 6 p.m. Must be 21 plus with a valid ID to enter.
Kevin Byard, safety for the Chicago Bears, in the house with his family. The Bears. Having a nice season, the Bears are.
Wow. How about all the Chicago teams, really?
Yeah,
Bulls?
Yeah, Bulls are picking it up, too.
Bears?
Great to see.
Yeah.
Face off to the right of the court in the Kraken zone. And the Kraken get possession. It's done with a pass up the right wing, Eberle center ice. He swept the puck into the Hawk zone. Teravainen doubling back, took it away. Winds the puck around up the right side board for Donato, but his stick was tied up with that of a Kraken player. Murphy to the puck along the inboard Hawk zone, put it behind the net up the near side of Mikheyev, who dropped the puck back in behind to Vlasic. He turned it over momentarily. Now Murphy took it back to Vlasic right behind the Hawk net. Sent it away to Murphy in the far corner. The puck bounced off his stick. Taken back by the Kraken. Here's Beniers back in the net. Beniers around to the left wing board. The Dunn at the line, left point, tried to fire on goal. That's blocked, and Vlasic will carry the puck out to center ice. Fires it down the glass behind the Kraken net. Hawks in the midst of a line change. The Kraken get the puck back.
Good job by Vlasic to break up that play. That was kind of an extended shift for the Kraken in the Blackhawk zone. Maybe 5 tired guys out there, and Vlasic just jumped into a passing lane and got the puck out of danger.
Dunn with a lead pass to Cartier, picked off by Hawks' Louis Crevier, the author of the 102.5-mile-an-hour slap shot the other night against Calgary. For real, folks, he can fire it that hard. In behind the Hawk net, Matt Grzelcyk battling there with the new kid, Fisker Molgaard. Crevier enters the fray. Get an outnumber situation favoring the Hawks, and now Cartier joins the fray to even the sides. Crevier poked it into the far corner. Cartier put the puck to the left point. And a nice play over there by Lafferty to shovel the puck to center ice, forcing the Kraken to regroup. And again, the Hawks are trying to get a line change here. Kraken get it back. Riker Evans, Kraken line, head to Chandler Stevenson Hawk line. He turned the puck over to his former teammate, Andre Burakovsky, now with the Hawks. Burakovsky in front of the benches. Had it stripped away by Schwartz. Sent it across the rink along the right boards, Hawk zone. Ellie Tolvin in there will spin it behind the net up the far side. And Burakovsky couldn't clear, held him by Schwartz to Montour. He'll fire from the top of the right circle. That's turned out of there. In behind the net, Stevenson turned the puck over to Kaiser, who snaps it around up the left wing side. Green redirects it to the line, but held in by Schwartz. And now in the near circle, then near corner, Tolvanen put the puck up the boards. Green took it away for the Hawks. Head to Bedard at center ice. Hands it in over the line. Burakovsky near the right point. Tried to give it back to Connor Bedard. He was jostled off stride there by Lindgren, and the Kraken get the puck back.
Blackhawks were stuck in their zone again for an extended period. This time it was Burakovsky with a pass that got intercepted. A backhand pass on the breakout gets intercepted, and they ended up spending another 30 seconds in their own zone and a dangerous shot on net.
Montour with a lead pass up the right side into center ice for Gaudreau. He deflects the puck down to the inboards Hawk zone. Oliver Moore pokes it around to Nazar. Hands it ahead now to Grzelcyk, who gains center ice in front of the Hawks bench. And then he's surrounded by a couple of Kraken, but the puck comes free to Moore. To Bertuzzi. He'll lift it down to the right wing corner and shelf in behind the Kraken net. And a battle ensues back there. Moore outnumbered by Dunn and Gaudreau. And then Nazar reaching and strips it away, but the Kraken get the puck back. Larson passing up the right side. It's center ice to right. To Berkeley Catton. He'll flip it across the rink to Dunn in front of the benches, who drives the puck down into the Hawk zone. Grzelcyk has it beside the net now. Grzelcyk passing on the left wing side to Sam Rinzel. He had trouble with the pass. Picks up the puck, skates across the rink, hands it ahead to Donato. Kraken line on the right wing, and he'll backhand it down the glass in behind the net. And the goaltender Decord out to play it to the far sideboards. It's knocked ahead by Riker Evans down into the Hawk zone to the near corner. Teravainen put the puck behind the net, taken away by Eberle, put it up the slot, and Beniers fires, and that deflects in on Knight, but he turned it wide.
Yeah, great readjustment by Spencer Knight, because that did change directions about 15 feet in front of him, and good job to keep his eyes on the puck.
Beniers takes the puck away at center ice, got it to Marchman over the Hawk line along the right boards, fed it back to the right point, Oleksiak, long shot from there, and a left pad save made by Knight. Marchman again near the right point. Put a pass to the slot Beniers. He sent it down toward the net. Good recovery there by Donato to take it away. Then Donato tried to pass the puck out. Picked off in front by Eberle with a point-blank shot. He fires and turned out of there by Spencer Knight.
Yeah, that pass by Donato went off a skate right to Eberle, and another excellent save by Knight.
Mikheyev into the Kraken zone left circle. Pulled off a shot, but it hit Oleksiak in the shin pads, and the Kraken get the puck back. Montour in the near corner. Passing up the near side, picked up by Connor Bedard. Weaving across the Kraken zone to the right point. Does a 180, carries back into the high slot, stopping there. He'll fire. Chest save is made. Loose puck in front. Ryan Green fires. And a butterfly save made by Decord. Green with the puck left point. Put it to the line. Deep slot Kaiser. Back to Green. Top of the left circle. He shoots. And a blocker save made by Decord. Green along the left board. Stripped to the puck. Alexiak's got it. He'll carry in behind the Kraken net, then out up the left wing side, and the Hawks will make a line change.
All started with an electrifying move from Connor Bedard. He absolutely shook the check of Brandon Montour, a great defenseman, and they got a good look off the shot.
All right, the puck goes out of play. 5:57 left in the first period. Hawks and Kraken, no score. This is Blackhawks hockey on 720 WGN.
Lou Manfredini helps you around the house Saturday morning starting at 6 on WGN.
Whether you're on the field or on the ice, the best way to bet is with the world's largest sports book at your fingertips, Circa Sports Illinois. It's sports betting the way it should be, with high app limits, low holds, exceptional customer service, and no bet fees, ever. Other books may charge you just to get on the field, but with Circa Sports, every play is yours to call. Start betting like a pro from anywhere, anytime in Illinois. Download your new bookie today at circasports.com. Must be 21 or older. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
Hellsberg Gifts checked off the list. Now, time for wrapping. Earrings for mom. A gold bracelet to match the rings Danielle wears every day. And for dad, a new watch, because we all know he needs one. All right, this is going to be a good one.
Our favorite things for your favorite people. Shop our Black Friday event for up to 65% off in-store or at hellsberg.com.
My friends at Access are the leaders in ADA general contracting since 1990. Access is dedicated to serving those with mobility challenges, from elevators and stair lifts to ramps, bathroom modifications, and more. Their personal, caring, friendly service team covers all of Illinois, Indiana, and Wisconsin. Schedule your free in-home or Zoom video mobility assessment with Access. Call 844-IL-LIFTS or visit allaboutaccess.com and tell them Lou sent you.
Tullamore Dew Irish Whiskey. the original triple distilled, triple blended, and triple cask matured Irish whiskey. When it's game time, it's Tully time.
Well, the Blackhawks are kicking off the Madhouse chapter on Sunday, November 23rd. Make sure to join us at the United Center as we take on the Colorado Avalanche in the Central Division Showdown. And that's not all. The first 8,000 fans will receive an exclusive Dennis Savard bobblehead presented by Ticketmaster. Puck drops at 6 p.m. Secure your spot now at blackhawks.com/tickets.
Nathan McKinnon, Cale Makar, and now Gabriel Landeskog, the captain of the Colorado Avalanche, is back with them.
That's right. Best team in the NHL right now.
They really are. They'll be a handful. So come on down and join us. Sunday evening game. It's one you won't want to miss if you can get here. And it should be very interesting. Kind of a contrast, too. A veteran team like Colorado against a young team like the Blackhawks.
I think a good measuring stick for Chicago, right? They're a much different team than even the beginning of the year when they felt like they've upped their game a level.
In behind the Hawk net, Levshunov had the puck but lost it. Ryan Lindgren for the high slot. Long shot from there. That's into the glove of Spencer Knight. He made it look easy. He holds on.
As he does with a lot of shots. Spencer Knight has been nothing short of superb this year. .924 save percentage. He's only got one regulation loss, John, at home. He's 4-1-2 at the United Center with a .926 save percentage. And I've said it before, I'll say it again. I think he handles the puck better than any goal in the NHL. Although the guy at the other end, Joey Decourt, not bad handling it.
Not bad at all.
Yeah, his dad runs a great goaltending school back on the East Coast, Northeast. And Brian Decourt, Joey Decourt's dad, well-respected in the goalie world.
From the draw, the Hawks get control of the puck. Vlasic from behind the net passes up the left wing side to Teravainen. He lifts the puck through the air to the Kraken blue line, intended for Nazar. It's taken back by the Kraken, however. Stevenson into the Hawk zone down the left wing side. Fought through a check, but then lost the puck between the circles. Vlasic tried to clear it out, picked off by Jaden Schwartz near the left point. He sent it over the near corner. Vlasic reaching for it and had the puck taken away by Tolvanen to Schwartz right circle. The high slot done, firing a shot that goes wide. Stevenson will play the rebound at the left point. To Larson, high slot. Tried to drop it off, picked off by Donato. He breaks back through center ice. Over the Kraken line down the left wing, and he fires. Looked like Decourt got a blocker on that. McCabe along the right boards. Checked off the puck. Vince Dunn's got it for the Kraken. Donato strips it away in the corner. But then Stevenson took the puck right back. Over to Larson along the right boards. Whips it back across to Dunn. And he'll pass it out to Mason Marchment at center ice. Marchment, no goals since the opening game of the season. Backhands a shot from the right sideboards. It goes well wide. And now Alexiak, a former member of the Chicago Steel at the right point, put the puck down to the corner, got it back in the high slot, fires. That hit traffic in front. Puck ricochets out to the line. Kept in by Evans. Down to Beniers. Then to Eberle in the left wing corner. To Marchment left corner. To Beniers left circle. Pumps a shot in on goal. Shoulder save made by Knight. And the Hawks are back the other way. Burakovsky through center ice. Former Kraken over the Seattle line to the left wing half boards. Beniers in hot pursuit. Pulls the puck free. And the Kraken get it back. Eberle to Beniers at center ice. Eberle over the Hawk line down the right wing. Eberle cuts in behind the Hawk net with it. Sets up the left point. Evans. Long wrist shot. And glove save is made by Spencer Knight as Marchment goes for a tumble over the top of Knight. The whistle blows, and the score remains the same. No score, 3:29 left in period number one. This is Blackhawks hockey on 720 WGN.
Finding health insurance can be so confusing. People need help. That's why I work for Get Covered Illinois.
We are the state's official health insurance marketplace.
And we're here to help. With thousands of brokers certified by the state and hundreds of trained insurance guides, what we call navigators, available in communities across Illinois.
All free.
At getcoveredillinois.gov, we're here to help.
Hey, Jeremy Roenick here. You know, I played in an era that was tough, gritty, old school. But I got major respect for the next generation of hockey. The speed, the skill, the precision. That's what I see in Flight by Yuengling. It's brewed by the oldest brewery in America, but built for today. 2.6 carbs, 95 calories, clean, crisp, real beer flavor without the heaviness. This is the light beer that keeps up with the modern game. Flight by Yuengling, the next generation of light beer. DG Yuengling & Son, Pottsville, PA.
Hi, this is Dave Musil, owner of Four Seasons Heating, Air Conditioning, Plumbing, and Electric. When emergencies happen, who do you call? Broken pipe, power outage, furnace failure, no hot water? The answer is always the same. Call Four Seasons. We guarantee same-day service and installation on all heating, cooling, plumbing, and electrical needs with no extra charge for nights, weekends, or holidays. That's why over 30,000 customers have given us a 5-star Google review.
For all the right reasons, call 866-4 Seasons.
Hey Blackhawks fans, it's Connor Murphy. Break's over. Back to the guys.
Are you looking for the perfect night out? Well, Friday Night Hockey presented by Modelo is back at the United Center. Join us on November 28th at 7 p.m. as the Nashville Predators come to town for a Central Division rivalry match. Doors of the atrium open 90 minutes before puck drop. Make sure to secure your spot today by going to blackhawks.com/tickets.
Face-off circle to the right of Spencer Knight. Nazar facing off against Jaden Schwartz, the former St. Louis Blue. Actually, let me correct myself. That's Berkeley Catton. Young man. Michael Hanzus, by the way, is in the house. Former Blackhawks centerman who won the Cup with the Hawks in the 2013 lockout-shortened season.
Yeah, Zeus looks like he's still playing. He's in great shape. He's a big man. You don't realize how big he was.
By the way, we're going to get an icing call here against the Hawks. By the way, Michael Hanzus is part of I think kind of a unique trivia question. 17 seconds when Corey Crawford went to the bench. Who was the forward that was placed on the ice? Michael Hanzus.
Wow.
He and Bickle went to the front of the Boston net. Poor took a Rask. He had a lot of company.
I think Bix told me once that he didn't realize that they had the extra man on the ice until he looked over at the bench after the goal was scored, and he saw Corey Crawford on the bench.
Oh, the stuff you hear afterwards, huh?
Yeah.
Now Bertuzzi is at the faceoff down against Freddie Gaudreau. Very good faceoff, man. The drop of the puck, the Kraken get possession. Montour at the right point flings the puck down the shelf that separates the boards and the glass. It ends up behind the net. Grzelcyk tried to flip it out. Picked off in front for a moment there by Gaudreau, but taken back by the Hawks more. To Nazar. He's across the Kraken line, left point. Turns into a check, but drops it at the left point. Grzelcyk fires toward the net. That goes wide. Now Nazar fires from the high slot, and that hit a body on the way through. Now Nazar again for the right circle. Pumps one in on goal. And a pad save made by Decord. Here's Catton trying to get to a loose puck along the left boards. Hawks zone, but he's wiped out to the boards. The puck taken by Wright. He centers the puck, picked off by Tyler Bertuzzi. He gains center ice, is taken down, and the Hawks are going to get their first power play on the night. As Larson touches, the whistle blows. Hawks are going to a Citgo power play. Score savings on every fill-up with Club Citgo. Download the app now to start saving.
Minor penalty for tripping.
Yeah, the minor penalty to Chandler Stevenson. An unforced error, too, by the Kraken. I believe it was Matty Beniers who just threw that blindly across in the Blackhawks slot. The only man there was Bertuzzi, and Bertuzzi did the right thing. He realized he didn't have a lot of help, so he just slowly skated the puck out to center ice. He got hauled down from behind, and the Blackhawks to the power play.
Remember what Steve said in the pregame in the Keys. Seattle has given up a power play goal in each of their last 7 games, so we'll see if that trend holds true. Doesn't start the Hawks' way, however. Seattle gets the puck off the draw. Larson now along the right boards will drive it high down the right side, down into the Hawk zone. This circles and ends up on the far side boards. Nice check over there by Bedard on Schwartz. The puck comes free, and Levshunov carries to center. Burakovsky to the Seattle blue line. Tries to fight for a check. And then he got hit up high. And we may get a little skirmish after the fact. Burakovsky is going to head to the Hawks bench. He lost his bucket.
Yeah, Lindgren just stood up. Burakovsky was looking down at the puck, and Lindgren absolutely blew him out of the water. I think that was just a solid check that just dislodged the helmet of Burakovsky.
Bedard takes a handoff at center ice, gave the puck to Teravainen over the Seattle line. He fell over the stick of Oleksiak. No penalty called. Ryan Green along the left boards. Had a stick chopped there by Montour, and the puck taken and cleared all the way down by Ty Kartye. 1:02 left on the Hawk power play. Sam Renzel collects the puck behind the Hawk net, carries out, drops it behind himself to Green. He carries to center ice to Grzelcyk, back to Green over the line. Tried to shovel the puck across to the right side. Lindgren picks it off for the Kraken. Sends the puck to the Hawk blue line. 45 seconds left on the power play. Rinzel a handoff to Grizzly over the Kraken line left wing. Tried to hand the puck off to Donato. This is picked off by Gaudreau of the Kraken, and he'll clear. Now 30 seconds left on the Hawk power play. Rinzel passing up the left wing. Donato Hawk blue line to Grizzly there. To Green coming by through center. Put it in over the Kraken line. Right point to Nazar. He shovels it down toward the corner. Was intended for Green. Picked off by the Kraken. And the puck is sent all the way down by Winterton. Under a minute to play in the first. No score. Donato into the Kraken zone to the left wing corner. Tried to wind the puck behind the net. Picked off now, however, by Nazar, left corner. To Rinzel, left point. Over to Vlasic, top of the right circle. To the left circle, Nazar, who fires. Evans blocks that. Kraken back to full strength. Out of the box, Stevenson takes a pass. Ahead now to Schwartz over the Hawk line. Down the right wing, he sent it to the front of the net. And Vlasic laid his stick in the crease to intercept the pass. Cleared away to Nazar. And he'll push the puck to center ice. The Kraken get it back. Tolvanen into the Hawk zone, left wing side. Stripped of the puck by Ilya Mikheyev, who winds it across the rink. And now Sam Rinzel will pick up the puck and carry behind the net. Rinzel to Colton Dock along the left boards. Tried to clear the puck. Taken back by the Kraken. Lindgren for the line. Long shot. Blocked in front. A scramble. And the puck pushed out of there by Dock to the boards. And the horn sounds ending play here in period number 1.
Well, not a great first period for the Chicago Blackhawks. The power play, absolutely nothing. They had a real tough time making the offensive zone of the Seattle Kraken. And then I think puck management needs to be addressed a little bit. Jeff Blashill, I'm sure, not happy with the fact that a number of the good scoring opportunities Seattle had in that period, the Blackhawks did have control of the puck. It was on their stick. And either through a bad pass or just a turnover, it ended up in Seattle's possession. And they generated a lot of their offense that way.
Well, to me, Stephen, I try and characterize Seattle's style of play. And this is not an indictment in any way, but they seem to play more of a defensive game, more of a game where they scramble a little bit, but they get it done somehow. And they're only a point behind the Blackhawks in the standings. And by the way, there is a 5-team logjam for 4th place in the Western Conference, and the Hawks are included in that. If the Hawks can win tonight in regulation, they will leapfrog the Winnipeg Jets, and they'll be into 4th place all along.
That's why it's such an important game. And you talk about the Seattle team. Yeah, they're great defensively. I didn't realize how fast they are up front. They've got a very aggressive forecheck. And I don't know they haven't scored a lot of goals this year, but when they get the puck deep and they get it turned over, they can get you running around. And I think the Blackhawks were guilty of that a couple of times in period number 1.
We talk about this sometimes, and I think it's relevant. The second period stats, to me, I think that they're worthy of note here. The Kraken have scored more than they've allowed. The Hawks have had troubles in second periods, allowing 21 goals and scoring only 13. Seems like they've been a little bit better of late, but they would need a good second period coming up here.
Yeah, that's key. And everyone knows second period is a little tougher because it's a longer change. And, puck management's going to become really important in period number 2. But now the Blackhawks, I think, realize that that's part of it. It's better to go short and hard in the second period than it is to extend your shifts.
Well, some of the unsung heroes for the Hawks, we're going to talk to one of them here coming up. The other guy I want to mention, Steve, that comes to mind, Matt Grizzlick, for the way that he's played. You know what? We'll get to that here in a minute because our guest has arrived downstairs. And it is the pride of St. John's, Newfoundland, Ryan Green, who's been kind enough to join us. John Whiteman along with Steve Conroy for Blackhawks Radio, Ryan. And how has this year developed for you? I know when you joined the team last year after leaving BU, it had to be a wide-eyed kind of experience, but then after attending training camp and earning a spot, it seems like you're earning your stripes by the game. Am I about right there?
Yeah, I mean, I'm just trying to do my best and, do what I can to help the team win. And, it's been a great start to the year, and, I feel like I'm getting more comfortable as the games go on. So it's been really good.
Well, you've been a lot of fun to watch, Ryan. Give us a synopsis of that first period. Maybe not the Blackhawks' best, and puck management might have been one of the issues. Just tell us about the first period.
Yeah, definitely not our best. I thought it was a little sloppy, and, we need to tighten it up in the D zone, turn the puck over a little less, manage it a little better, like you said. So we're looking to have a better one this period for sure.
Brian, you and Connor Bedard seem to have some chemistry together, and I think he complements your game and vice versa. Do you feel the same way?
Yeah, I would say so. I think, we've been playing solid together so far, and, I think we read off each other pretty well, and he does a good job of getting open, so just try to find him where I can. Usually goes in.
You've got great chemistry with the superstar in Bedard, and you've got an up-close and personal seat each and every night. What makes him so special in your eyes, Ryan?
I mean, just the confidence and the swagger that he plays with. I mean, it's unmatched, and he's just so dynamic overall, and just really runs the pace of play when he's on the ice. So it's been a pleasure to play with him.
All right, Ryan, this morning, I'm going to let you go. This morning I told you how impressed I was with your wrist shot. Let's see it in the second period. How about it?
Yeah, let's do it.
All right, appreciate it. Ryan Green, our guest after one period. Hawks and Seattle Kraken, no score. Charlie Remiliotis, good buddy, is standing by in Blackhawk Central. He'll have a full intermission report for you, good folks. And then second period action will follow along. We got a good one here at the United Center. No score after 20. Hawks and Kraken. This is Blackhawks hockey on 720 WGN.
Hey, Chicago Blackhawks fans! I know you'd do anything for a win on game day and an ice-cold Bud Light. Because whether you're tailgating in the parking lot or parked on the couch, sitting on your lucky stool at the bar, or standing in the fan section all game long, a win isn't a win without the clean, crisp taste of Bud Light. And there's nothing easier to enjoy than that. Bud Light. Easy to drink, easy to enjoy.
Enjoy responsibly. Anheuser-Busch Bud Light Beer, St. Louis, Missouri.
That's the sound of the ComEd Energy Efficiency Program, saving you money and energy. With rebates on Energy Star appliances, so you can come back to a home full of savings. Discover more ways to save at ComEd.com/home savings. ComEd, powering lives.
To 15-year-old Harper, buying an $80 vintage rock t-shirt is a great investment. To Harper's mom, this logic has a few holes in it. So she helped Harper open a Wells Fargo Clear Access banking account. With no overdraft fees and tools to track spending, Harper's learning, one heavy metal tee at a time. However you make money work, Wells Fargo can work with that.
Terms apply. Visit wellsfargo.com/deposit disclosures for fees and details.
Celebrate the holidays at Pederino's Italian Restaurant in the heart of Chicago. The Pasticceria's famous peppermint hot chocolate is back with boozy editions available at their now open sidewalk bar. New Pasticceria holiday hours, Friday and Saturday till 9, Sunday through Thursday till 8. Holiday gift cards are also available. Spend $100 and receive an additional $25 gift card good at any Good Plate Hospitality location. Stop into the Pasticceria for all your holiday baked goods and visit Pederino's.
Hey, Blackhawks fans, here's a club you'll want to get into. Club Citgo. Download the Club Citgo app now and instantly save 23 cents per gallon on your first fill-up.
Time for a break. It's intermission time.
That's a wrap. That's a wrap.
Here's Charlie Remiliotis with your intermission update.
20 minutes is in the books here at the United Center, and the Blackhawks and Kraken are still looking for the first goal of the game. Shots on goal 9-7 in favor of Seattle in their first 20 minutes. Time now to check out the odds according to Circa Sports Illinois. The first period over at 1.5 was the favorite, but it was the under that ended up hitting at -112. Both were minus money over and under. So it was a little bit of a coin flip between the two sides, but the under ended up hitting. Every time the Blackhawks win this season, someone will win a 2-night stay at Circa Resort and Casino, and another 100 people will get an $100 credit on the Circa app. See the Blackhawks contest page for details. 11 other games on the NHL schedule. It's a Thursday night, so usually it's a game where the schedule is loaded. Let's get to some of the scores around the NHL, and we start in Toronto, where the Maple Leafs are trailing the Columbus Blue Jackets 2-1. Adam Fantilli, Dmitry Voronkov, and Zach Werenski all have 2 points in the contest, with Voronkov and Fantilli finding the back of the net. That's in the second intermission. William Nylander does not have a point in the first two periods, so his 14-game point streak is on the line going into the third. Also, no Austin Matthews in this game for the fourth straight game with an injury, but he did participate in the morning skate this morning with Toronto, so I imagine he's tracking for a weekend return. The Washington Capitals are up 5-3 on the Montreal Canadiens late in the second period. Alex Ovechkin extended his goal streak to 4 games, getting one on the power play. The New York Islanders are currently shutting out the Red Wings 4-0 in Detroit late in the second. Bo Horvat found the back of the net for his 14th goal of the season
which is now tied for the NHL lead in that department. The back-to-back defending Stanley Cup champion Florida Panthers are leading 1-0 on the New Jersey Devils in the second intermission. Sam Reinhart has the lone goal for the Panthers in that game. The St. Louis Blues are also leading the Philadelphia Flyers by 1, but it's a 2-1 score in the second intermission. Justin Falk has both of the goals for the Blues. That's his 5th and 6th goal of the season. The Edmonton Oilers are up 1-0 on the Tampa Bay Lightning in the second period. And then a few late ones tonight. The Rangers are in Colorado to take on the Avalanche. The Mammoth are hosting the Vegas Golden Knights tonight. The Vancouver Canucks are welcoming the Dallas Stars to town tonight. Anaheim Ducks are hosting the Ottawa Senators. And the LA Kings are in San Jose tonight to take on the Sharks. And then we got some Thursday night football action. The Buffalo Bills are leading the Houston Texans 6-3 in the first quarter. It was a James Cook 45-yard rushing touchdown that got the Bills on the board for all you fantasy owners, James Cook owners, hint, I am one of them. The Blackhawks and Seattle Kraken are still searching for the first goal of the game. It's a 0-0 score through one period. We'll take a quick break, then break down the first period. You're listening to Blackhawks Hockey on 720 WGN.
John Williams, the man of the people. Weekdays 10 to 2 on WGN.
Happy Thanksgiving. I'm Frank Cerrone, President and CEO of Pan American Bank and Trust. If you're a business owner in the Chicagoland area, you already know average doesn't cut it. You need a bank partner who moves fast, understands your needs, and delivers the capital and ideas to power your next big play. That's exactly what we do. We're Chicago's premier bank for ambitious entrepreneurs. Don't just bank, partner with Pan American Bank. Let's build something great together. Pan American Bank, Chicago's bank for ambitious entrepreneurs.
Member FDIC, equal housing lender.
After the end of a good fight, you deserve an ice cold reward. Modelo is the mark of a fighter. You've earned this rich golden lager with a crisp, refreshing taste. Because you know, the bigger the fight, the better the reward. You put in the hours, the energy, the tough labor. You are a fighter, and Modelo is your reward. Modelo, the mark of a fighter. Drink responsibly. Beer imported by Crown Imports, Chicago, Illinois.
When you're betting and find yourself constantly thinking about gambling and you're losing more money than you have, are you really winning? If you're spending too much time with the slots or you can't stop betting on sports and you find yourself feeling overwhelmed, maybe lying and probably losing more money than you can afford to lose, you're not alone and you can get help. It's available 24/7 and it's confidential. When your betting has gotten out of hand, call 1-800-GAMBLER or visit www.areyoureallywinning.com. Sponsored by the Illinois Department of Human Services.
Before you light that cozy fire, keep your family safe. Get Lindemann's $199 safety inspection package with cleaning and full chimney check. Schedule at lindemann.com today.
There's never been a better time to test drive that Hyundai you've always wanted. Hyundai's award-winning lineup of cars, SUVs, hybrids, and EVs put your safety first with available class-exclusive features like digital key and remote smart parking assist, plus America's best warranty. See your local Chicago and Northwest Indiana Hyundai dealer or visit HyundaiUSA.com today. Back here at the United Center, where the Hawks and Kraken are through one period here. 0-0 score. That was a pretty fast first period. Not many whistles in there. I think the first half there were only 3 faceoffs outside of the opening puck drop. So nice end-to-end action, but it was fairly low event hockey. There weren't many high-quality scoring chances by either team. The Hawks did have a power play late in that first period. Unfortunately, they were not able to do much with it. They had 0 shot attempts on that power play. So not a great first showing by the Blackhawks power play. Seattle came into this game allowing a power play goal in 7 consecutive games. So if the Blackhawks get another couple, hopefully, power plays, hopefully Chicago is able to capitalize on it. We did see Andre Burakovsky left the game after taking a big hit from Ryan Lindgren on that power play. His helmet popped off. Burakovsky was slow to skate back to the Chicago bench. He stayed on the bench for a little bit and before eventually going into the locker room. It was late in the period, so I imagine, or hopefully it was more so just for precautionary reasons, and he'll be back for the second period. I'm not surprised that this game is a low-event hockey game. The Hawks did generate more of the high-quality scoring chances in that first period. The high-danger chances were 5-1 in favor of the Blackhawks. Only one high danger chance for the Kraken, like I mentioned. Seattle is dead last in the entire NHL in scoring chances per 60 minutes at even strength. So they have a really hard time generating offense at even strength. And so if you're the Blackhawks, you want to make sure that you're really disciplined in the next two periods and making sure that Seattle isn't generating much offense on their power play and getting some momentum from that. So we'll see what the second period brings in store for the Blackhawks. And hopefully Andre Burakovsky will join the Blackhawks on the ice for that second. Tyler Bertuzzi drew back into the lineup today after missing the last couple. And so, man, you just hoping the Hawks can just get through one game unscathed. It feels like every game so far, the Blackhawks have been losing guys to injury, whether it's Foligno and Bertuzzi, or Burakovsky even missed time with an illness earlier in the year. So hopefully Burakovsky returns to this game and the Hawks can get through this game healthy. We got more Blackhawks hockey coming up on 720 WGN.
It's Andy Mazer. We're your home for the Blackhawks, Northwestern football and basketball, the NFL, and Hampton OB. This is AM 720 WGN Chicago.
Can't find the right words? Rogers & Hollins has you covered. Since 1910, Rogers & Hollins has been Chicagoland's trusted name for fine jewelry and quality watches. From engagement rings to the perfect gift or something to elevate your look, generations have relied on Rogers & Hollins for unmatched quality and personal service. Experience the Rogers & Hollins difference. Visit fornowandforever.com or a store near you. Rogers & Hollins, for now and forever.
Rogers and Hollins, for now and forever.
How many people can say they've had part of their spine removed? Well, me for one. I'm Jeff. And though it sounds impossible, that's what my team at Northwestern Medicine did. I had a rare spinal bone cancer, which brought my neuro-oncologist and neurosurgeon together to create the treatment plan that saved my life.
Anchored by Northwestern Memorial Hospital, nationally ranked for neurology and neurosurgery by U.S. News and World Report, Jeff's team took on and treated his 1 in a million condition. They removed a large section of his spine and the tumor in one piece because spilling just one cell would risk spreading cancer throughout his body. They then rebuilt his spine with a metal frame.
I was in surgery for 14 hours, but that's nothing compared to all the time I've gotten back.
Because what makes us better makes you better. Northwestern Medicine. Learn more at nm.org/better.
Searching for a financial partner that truly has your best interest at heart? Join KCT Credit Union, where they're more than just a bank. They're a not-for-profit financial cooperative. KCT members are owners, meaning profits go back to you in the form of lower loan rates, higher savings rates, and fewer fees. Experience personalized service that puts you first. KCT Credit Union, now a division of Consumers Credit Union. Visit kctcu.org. Federally insured by the NCUA.
The professionals at Plumbers 911 Chicago are ready to answer your call. They'll get your plumbing job done right the first time. Their phones are open 24/7, 1-833-PLUM-911. Up next, the second period. Here's Charlie Roumeliotis with your recap.
Back here at the United Center, where the Blackhawks and Kraken have hit the ice for the start of the second period. There was not much going on in that first. The Hawks had several scoring chances, but weren't able to capitalize. They did get a power play and weren't able to capitalize on that either. Shots on goal were 9-7 in favor of Seattle in that first period. And let's see what the second period brings. What's on Deck is sponsored by TimberTech Decking and Railing, #1 in premium decking. Order free samples at timbertech.com. I throw it back over to John and Steve. I'm looking down on the ice. I don't think I see Andre Burakovsky, unless my eyes are deceiving me, which doesn't bode well for his chances about returning in this game.
Charlie, I don't think your eyes are deceiving you. I don't see him either. Steve?
Yeah, that was a pretty heavy hit. And I think it was clean. I mean, Burakovsky was looking down at the puck. I think his head was down too. So he got popped. Let's hope that he's okay. But you're right. I don't see him on the bench.
One thing I noticed, Steve, right after the hit, you know, the boys are sticking up for one another. Of all people, Teuvo Teravainen was approaching Lindgren as if to say, hey, you can't do that to our guys.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, if I was going to make a list of the guys that would be the first one to jump to their defense of a teammate, I think, and no disrespect to Tavo, but I wouldn't put him at the top of the list.
No, you're right. I'm really torn on that because when it's a clean hit, and I think that was a clean hit, when it's a clean hit, I just find that kind of needless. And I think maybe Tavo realized that, and that's why he didn't really try to wrestle Lindgren to the ground. But let's hope Burakovsky's okay.
All right, here we go. The second period. The aforementioned Tavo Teravainen facing off with Matty Beniers, and we're underway. Hawks, by the way, were 6 for 9 on draws in period number 1. They get control here. Renzel dumping the puck into the Seattle zone. Oliver Moore had to come back to center ice and touch up. Lindgren's got the puck behind the Seattle net, skates it out in front of his net, put a pass up the middle, picked off by the Hawks' Nazar, who winds it off the boards and down. And good hustling play there by Moore down the far side of the rink to negate the icing. Everly, all he can do is clear the puck to center ice up the right wing boards. And Vlasic for the Hawks slaps it back into the Seattle zone. Beniers now got it back to Everly, Hawk line right wing. He waves the puck into the Hawk end, pick off by Vlasic to Nazar over the Seattle line right wing, put a left circle, a shot by Bertuzzi, scores! Welcome back to the lineup, Tyler Bertuzzi. It went Nazar right circle to Tavo Teravainen in the left circle to a wide open Tyler Bertuzzi down the slot, and he buried it. It's 1-0 Hawks.
And with that goal, it's time to break up the Bandito, celebrate every goal this season with El Bandito, Yankee Tequila. And you know what? I don't think Bertuzzi got the shot he wanted. Might have fanned on it, but that helped him because the goaltender, Joey Decord, was sliding, and he was down and out. And that knuckler just kind of slowly went over the netminder. But, John, you pointed out, that's just a great three-way passing play. And it starts with an excellent pass up ice. I believe that was Vlasic who got it going. And then Nazar to Teravainen. Nazar just saucered a pass to Bertuzzi. And, yeah, that shot by Bertuzzi was actually deflected by Beniers.
Also for Tyler Bertuzzi, that's goal number 10 on the season. Teravainen and Nazar pick up the assist, the goal 43 seconds into the second period. That's where the Hawks want to be right now. And now the puck stripped away by Bedard at the Hawk line, racing ahead into the Seattle zone, right circle. He'll fire, and a blocker save made by Decord. Bedard now got the puck back in the right wing corner. Carries up the boards and turns back to the corner. He shot it right through the crease, bounces through to the left point to Kaiser. He swings the puck right point, left shot to Kaiser in the high slot. He'll work his way to the left circle and fire, and a glove save made by Joey Decord. So a whistle stops play. We'll get a face-off in the Seattle zone. This will be in the circle to Decord's right.
And how about Tyler Bertuzzi? John, you mentioned him back in the lineup. And this the previous 2 games. That's 7 goals in his last 7 games. 7 goals and 2 assists in 7 games for Tyler Bertuzzi. So Coach Jeff Blashill talking about him this morning, talking about his compete level along the boards in front of the net. And that was as pretty a three-way passing play as you'll see in the NHL.
Hawks control off the draw. Murphy right point. Snaps one into the slot area. Redirected toward the net by Doc, but it went wide. McCabe in the far corner had the puck knocked off his stick to the line, held in by Murphy as he swats it into the Seattle zone a few feet, but Gaudreau took the puck away. To Shane Wright, the first ever draft pick of the Kraken into the Hawk blue line. He spins it down behind the Hawk net. And Murphy will wave it around at the right wing side. Doc hands the puck off to Donato coming into the Kraken zone, and he flings it off the inboards. It bounces into the crease, and Decord puts the glove on top of the puck and holds on. We'll get a face-off now in the circle to Decord's left.
Well, Who's Hot, Who's Cold is sponsored by Plumbers 911 Chicago, where they do it right the first time. And how about the Blackhawks? 5-0-1 their last 6 games. Connor Bedard, since October 26th, more goals and more points than any player in the NHL. More than McDavid, more than McKinnon. And as far as cold, how about the Edmonton Oilers? They've lost 3 of their last 4 games. They've given up 17 goals in those 3 losses. Their last 4 wins have all been in overtime.
They're down in Tampa tonight to take on the Victor Hedman-less Tampa Bay Lightning. Hedman's on IR. I don't know for the length of time, but that's a huge loss to Tampa Bay. That's their anchor on defense. Here's Marchment to the Hawk blue line, dumping the puck down between the circles. Vlasic pokes it away to Nazar. Quick pass up the left wing for Moore. He was jostled just outside the Hawk blue line by Alexiak. The puck tumbles into the Kraken zone. And Riker Evans carrying out through center ice. Over the Hawk blue line on the left wing where he runs into Crevier. Evans put the puck down behind the net. Vlasic sends it around at the left wing to Lafferty. Hands the puck off Teravainen to Lafferty, breaking over the Seattle line, left circle. Tried to center the puck. Marchment reaching in with a poke check, pulls the puck away. To Lindgren, near corner. Hit by Lafferty. Put the puck behind the net to Evans. He's checked in the far corner by Bertuzzi. Bedard pulls the puck free. Had it knocked off his stick, that held in at the left point now by Kaiser. Down to Bertuzzi, left corner. Leaving it there, Lafferty to Kaiser at the line. Bombs away from there, and that hit the skate of Eberle. Deflects wide. And now the puck played by Bedard out to the left point, but Kaiser backed out to center ice. Kaiser now got the puck back. In over the Seattle line to the left circle. Centers the puck. This is picked off by Winterton. And the young man for the Kraken will move out to center ice with it. To Beniers over the Hawk line. To Cartier. He'll fire from the left wing side, and that goes wide of the net. Puck ricochets out to center ice, where Montour will gather it in. And from in front of the Seattle bench, he put the puck down in behind the Hawk net off the inboards tonight. So swings it around to Rinzel, to Bertuzzi, short of the Hawk blue line, and he'll chop the puck to the Seattle line. Kraken right back into the Hawk zone. Winterton had the puck knocked off his stick. And then Sam Lafferty backhands the puck off the concave curved glass at the end of the Seattle bench. And it looked like it hit somebody on the bench and bounced back into place. So we get a whistle.
Yeah, good eyes, John. And we just saw that last rush by Tyler Cartier, who last year had a pretty good year for the Seattle Kraken. Just one goal. You mentioned Mason Marchment. Shocking. Just one goal in 19 games. Tyler Cartier, just one goal in the 19 games he has played so far this year. So scoring has certainly been an issue in Seattle this year.
Cartier is a kid that Ron Francis drafted. They sent him to Coachella Valley for some development. He's come up. He's paid dividends to this team. He's been a very good player for Seattle. Now Vlasic pushing the puck to center ice, front of the benches. Donato came along, picked it up, racing into the Seattle zone. Lost it in between the circles. Vince Dunn clears to center ice. Here's Larson into the Hawk zone. Dropping it along the left boards to Schwartz, who slammed into the glass there by Levshunov, and the Hawks are back the other way. Then Mikheyev lost the puck at the Seattle line. Donato came along and got it into the Seattle zone down the right wing side. Fires a backhander off the back of the net. Schwartz now claims the puck. Through center, into the Hawk zone down the right wing. Mikheyev doubling back, took it away. Passing to Donato, center ice, to Colton Dock. He weaves into the Seattle zone to the left wing boards and stops, and then lost the puck as it's poked to center ice. Berkeley Catton there. Flips it to the Hawk blue line. Matt Grzelcyk of the Hawks shot it to the Seattle line. Dunn took the puck back for Seattle to the Hawk line and down into the Hawk zone. Grzelcyk took it back to Nazar. He's in over the Seattle line at the right point. Spins the puck down behind the net to the far corner. Teravainen slots it back in behind and up the near side. And Catton's got the puck to center ice to Shane Wright. Over the Hawk line on the right wing. To Frederick Gaudreau. Tried to center. Looked like Seattle had too many men on the ice, but neither official caught it. And they battle for the puck just outside the Hawk blue line, center ice. Nazar sends it back into the Hawk zone. Grzelcyk there will bank a pass up the left wing. This misses Nazar and goes down, but they're going to waive the icing. The Hawks will take advantage and get a line change. Here's a pass by Evans up the left wing side to center ice. It's intended for Wright, picked off by Bedard. Number 2 over the line, and he hammers a shot from the left circle that goes wide. Now Gaudreau will gather in the puck and carry to center. He played in the 2017 Stanley Cup Final for Nashville against Pittsburgh. He dumped the puck down behind the Hawk net. Murphy swings it around to Green, who shot it across the rink, picked off by Eberle. Eberle now to the right wing boards, Hawk zone. Sent the puck down behind the net. Ryan Green pulls it away. Green moving up the right side. A lead pass to center ice is off of Bertuzzi, sticking into the Seattle zone. Montour guides it over to Lindgren. Moves the puck ahead of the Hawk blue line. Connor Murphy stepping up on Beniers, broke up that play and took the puck away to Ryan Green between the circles. To Murphy just inside the Hawk blue line on the right wing side. Over to Kaiser, then a pass up the left wing, Bertuzzi in front of the Hawks bench, and he'll deflect the puck down in behind the Seattle net. The Cord weaves it around up the left wing side. Marchment moves the puck over, and it's cleared ahead by Montour down into the Hawk zone. Big Louis Crevier near corner. The pass up the right wing. This misses Lafferty and goes down, but again, they're going to waive the icing. Lindgren near corner, Seattle zone. Shot the puck around up the far side for Winterton. He's able to move it to center ice, and now he's got the puck into the Hawk zone, right circle. He fires, and Crevier got a stick in there, deflecting that one up and out of play. 1-0 in favor of the Hawks with 13:25 left in period number 2. This is Blackhawks hockey on 720 WGN.
What do the Blackhawks and United Airlines have in common? The next generation has arrived, and the future looks bright. New planes are joining the United Airlines fleet every week, decked out with Bluetooth connectivity, screens and power at every seat, and bigger overhead bins to fit everyone's carry-on. Book your next trip on the United app or United.com today. United Airlines, proud to be the official airline of the Chicago Blackhawks.
Give people a place to gather and make fire the focal point of your home again. With a majestic fireplace or insert, you'll enjoy the warmth and ambiance of fire with contemporary style and the latest technology. Whether you're looking for wood, electric, or gas, indoors or out, Majestic offers a broad range of sizes and styles. Visit their showroom on Bowes Road in Elgin or call for a free estimate. 847-741-5903. 847-741-5903. House of Fireplaces, giving you a warm feeling since 1953.
For more than 90 years, the International Union of Operating Engineers Local 150 has worked hard to provide a better life and safer workplaces for the men and women who work in the construction industry across the Midwest. Our 23,000 members operate heavy construction equipment, and Local 150 takes pride in providing world-class skill training to support a professional construction workforce. Learn more about how to join Local 150 at local150.org. And never forget, united we stand, divided we fall.
It's Bob Surratt. This isn't just a game, it's a Chicago tradition. Back to the boys now.
Well, tonight's broadcast is sponsored by Flight by Yingling. Crisp, refreshing, only 95 calories. Flight, the next generation of light beer.
Coming up, it's the Four Seasons heating, air conditioning, plumbing, and electric face-off for all the right reasons. Call 866-4Seasons. Chill in the air, folks. Call Dave and get his crew over to your house to get your furnace looked at. Not too late for that.
It's that time of year.
Yeah, he does a great job. They do a great job. Face-off circle to Knights left. Won by the Hawks. Crevier carrying behind the net, moving out at the right wing side. Pass over to Grzelcyk, then Crevier to Lafferty over the Kraken line. Right point. There's a shot from Crevier, and that goes just wide. I'd like to see that big blast by Louis. Then a shot from the left wing boards by Grzelcyk is gobbled up by Decord in the Kraken crease.
Well, just before that commercial timeout, John, Louis Crevier with that long reach, the long stick, deflected a shot. Could have been a shot on net, maybe a scoring chance, and it deflected it harmlessly into the netting. And that last time, that shot that went wide, I'm pretty sure that was close to 100 miles an hour.
Yeah.
We don't have the official stats up here. Maybe we can get them a little later. But last game, he clocked one at over 102 miles per hour. And Jeff Blashill talking about him this morning, just saying his confidence is growing each and every game. And he said for big guys, they develop a little later. And I think that's the case with Louis Crevier.
I think it's safe to say he's got a little bit of Al McGinnis in him. You and Al McGinnis were teammates, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
As the puck leaves the ice surface, it deflects off of the sticks of both Moore and Stevenson. And Al McGinnis used a wooden stick. Can you imagine Al McGinnis firing the puck back then with a composite stick?
Yeah. Yeah, you'd probably add another 5 to 10 miles per hour on that shot. Yeah, Al, or Chopper, his nickname in Calgary, he could bring it. And I mean, not only here's the thing about Al, he would never hit his own guys in front of the net. He knew where that puck was going each and every time. Sometimes guys get hit inadvertently. Al never hit one of his own teammates.
He told me that he used to stand in front of his garage with a piece of plywood in the driveway and fire repeated pucks at the garage. I wonder how many times they replaced that garage door.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, the plywood wouldn't stand a chance. I know that.
Now the puck turned over at center ice. The Hawks get it. Teravainen hands it to Nazar over the Kraken line. A little toe drag and a shot from the top of the right circle deflects off the stick of Dunn and out of play.
Another quick story about Al McGinnis, because I think we have an opportunity. He used to find sticks that would have a slight crack in them. And it was he'd use a really heavy Sherwood. It was a thick stick, but it would get a little crack in it, and as a result would be a little whippier. And that would be his favorite stick. And then when that stick broke, he'd have to find another one that had just a slight, like a hairline crack in it. Al was, as I was telling Charlie in the pregame show, a couple of Norris trophies.
I was going to say, I'm a little surprised he didn't enlist the services of Bearcat Murray and say, hey, come on, Bearcat, you got to help me out with the sticks here. Vlasic from the slot firing a shot that goes wide. Levshunov plays the read out at the right point, spins it down behind the net, around to Vlasic along the left wing boards, leaving it for Bedard cruising through the high slot. Beniers has lost his stick, and there's a shot from Bedard, and that's turned out of there by Decord. Vlasic with the puck along the left side boards. Moves with it through the high slot. Vlasic now by the right point. Sends it deep slot Levshunov. He'll fire toward the net. Redirected on goal by Bedard. Turned out of there by Decord with a toe save. And Levshunov again to Vlasic right circle. Back to Levshunov. Pounds a shot. Beniers blocks it. Took one for the team. He's got an owie going. Here's Levshunov in the right wing corner. Tried to center the puck, and Beniers blocks that. But Levshunov got the puck back behind the Seattle net. Moving it out to Bedard, left point. Leaving it top of the left circle. Green, he'll cut through the slot to the right circle. Green with the puck. Tried to give it over to Bedard. Broken up by Alexiak, but then Bedard takes it back to Bertuzzi back in the net. The Kraken have been bottled up in their end for a full minute here, and they're getting a little tired. Kaiser left point. To Levshunov in the deep slot. He'll skate the puck over into the left wing circle and then fire. And a pad save made. Levshunov got his own rebound. That same 5 for Seattle still on the ice. Then Levshunov from the right point. Tries to pass the puck. Beniers' hand passes away. Hawks get it back. Bertuzzi in front of the net tried to take the puck on the forehand and flip it between his legs and get a shot away, but he was tripped in the goal crease by the goaltender, Joey Decord. Hawks will get a Sitco power play here. Score savings on every fill-up with Club Sitco. Download the app now to start saving.
I think that's a real good call by the referee. And you're right. Bertuzzi was trying to go between the legs. Decord was trying to poke check it. And, yeah, you can try and poke check the puck. You can't trip the player, though, and that's exactly what Decord did. Here's the
Seattle
call.
number 35, minor penalty for tripping.
Yeah, so somebody from the ice has to serve the penalty. And, John, you pointed this out a couple of times. That was probably a 95-second shift for the Seattle Kraken, and the Blackhawks did a great job of isolating Matty Beniers because he was without a stick for at least half of that amount of time. And they had some really good looks with Matty Beniers and no stick.
Well, the penalty is at 9:01 of period number 2. Draw in the Seattle zone, won by the Kraken. Larson will skate to his right, and from the right wing boards will clear the puck all the way down. Serving the penalty, Steve told you, Mason Marchment. 147 on the Hawk power play. Green to center ice. To Matt Grzelcyk. Put it in over the Kraken blue line, but Gaudreau reaches, poke checks it away, and now Larson will grab the puck and clear the puck diagonally across the rink and down in behind the Hawk net.
That might be the fourth time in these, well, we're not even a penalty and a half in, that the Blackhawks have been turned aside to the blue line.
Renzel takes a pass down the slot. Kraken zone with a backhand shot and a stick save made by the Cord. And what a great pass by Grzelcyk to spring him on the play. Now Grzelcyk from the line fires. Deflected wide by Renzel. Puck taken away in the far circle by Larson. Solid as a rock. He'll take the puck and clear it all the way down.
Renzel who started that breakout. It was the bump back play, but then he kept his speed, got in behind the defense, and went to the backhand on the one-on-one, and Decord made the stop.
1:01 left on the power play. Teuvo Teravainen gains the Kraken line left wing. Sent it to the corner. Bertuzzi put it out in front. Teravainen shoots and scores! What a goal for the Hawks! Bertuzzi played the carom out of the right wing corner. It was a blind backhand pass through the crease to Teuvo Teravainen. He slams it home. It's Teuvo time, and it's 2-0 Hawks.
And with that goal, it's time to break out the Bandito, celebrate every goal this season with El Bandito Yankee Tequila. And, John, you described it perfectly. The dump in, the retrieval by Bertuzzi, kind of a no-look pass on the backhand, and right to Teuvo Teravainen, who had a partially open net. The power play strikes. It was a one-handed reach by Bertuzzi. He scored the first goal this period. He gets the primary assist on the second goal. And what a job retrieving that dump in by Bertuzzi, just whacking it with one hand right onto the stick of Teuvo Teravainen.
So for Teuvo, that's goal number 5 on the season. And number 2 on the power play from Bertuzzi, the goal at 10:07 of period number 2. Hawks 1 for 2 on the Sitco power play. Icing is the call. Faceoff comes down to the Hawk zone in the circle to Knights. Let's see, what are the Kraken deciding here? Looks like it's Knights right.
The Blackhawks now with 11 shots. We're just barely 10 minutes into this period. They have 11 shots on Joey Decord. So obviously Jeff Blashill had some choice words for his team between periods. They have come out on fire.
So here's the new kid, Fisker Molgaard, in his NHL debut, facing off with the Hawks' Ryan Donato, a former Kraken player. Drop of the puck, fished out of there now by Winterton of the Kraken. To Lindgren left point. Spun it down to the corner. And Fisker Molgaard battling there with Donato, but the Hawks get the puck back. Murphy passing up the right side, Lafferty, then to Donato, center ice on the right wing. He's checked, and Fisker Molgaard will flip it down in behind the Hawk net. Knight out to play the puck to the near corner to Murphy. Passing up the right side, Lafferty. He'll chop the puck to center ice intended for Donato, but it's over his stick, and the Kraken get the puck back. Lindgren flips it ahead. This goes down in behind the Hawk net. Knight out to spin it around, but kept in at the right point there by Montour. He'll sweep the puck down behind the Hawk net with so much force it caroms around and back down ice to the Kraken blue line. Larson is there. Over to Dunn. Shot it to the Hawk zone. Picked off by the Hawks. Kaiser to Murphy. Ahead now to Mikheyev. Mikheyev over the Kraken line near the right wing boards. We'll just swat it down in behind the net. Vince Dunn there for Seattle. Put it around up the left wing. Shane Wright, center ice. Put a pass ahead into the Hawks zone. Good draw. Now across to the left wing circle for Catton. Got a shot away, but it's blocked out to the line. Larson held the puck in, put it to the right wing corner. Berkeley Catton sent it in front, kicked out of there by Knight. Scramble in the crease, and Knight plops on the puck with the glove and holds on as Shane Wright was looking for some loose change, but he was all tied up by Louis Crevier. 8:34 left in the second. Hawks 2 and the Seattle Kraken, no score. This is Blackhawks hockey on 720 WGN.
It's Chris Cuomo from News Nation. The Blackhawks play here on WGN Radio.
Getting health insurance that fits your budget isn't easy.
At Get Covered Illinois, we are here to help.
We are the state's official health insurance marketplace.
A place where health insurers compete for your business. A website where you can compare multiple health plans and pricing in one place. And where you can connect to financial help and free in-person assistance.
Because you deserve insurance. GetCoveredIllinois.gov. We're here to help.
Helzberg Gifts checked off the list. Now, time for wrapping. Earrings for mom. A gold bracelet to match the rings Danielle wears every day. And for dad, a new watch, because we all know he needs one. All right, this is going to be a good one.
Our favorite things for your favorite people. Shop our Black Friday event for up to 65% off in-store or at Helzberg.com.
Right now, hockey fans across the city are struggling to fill the fridge. That's why the Salvation Army is here to assist those in need all season long. Our friends at the Salvation Army are seeing unprecedented demand in their communities, the communities they've served for decades, with more people walking through the doors in search of emergency support. Your support this year is more important than ever. Go to the John Williams Kettle at WGNradio.com. Let's help make a difference today.
Hey, Chris Chelios here. It's time to break out the Bandito. El Bandito Yankee Tequila. So smooth, it's criminal. Break out the Bandito, baby.
And tonight's Coaches Challenges are sponsored by Northwestern Medicine with 8 specialties ranked among the top 10 in the nation by U.S. News and World Report. The teams at Northwestern Medicine offer second opinions for the toughest conditions.
Well, on Native American Heritage Night, the honorarium continues for Fred Sasakamus. I can never get that name right. I'm doing my best to try and pronounce it correctly and honor his family. But many of his family members are here. We get an icing call against the Hawks. Fred played for the Chicago Blackhawks. It says his debut November 20th, 1953. But what a legacy he left behind.
Well, yeah, and the fact that once he was finished playing professional hockey, he went back and taught kids hockey, and he realized that a lot of the Native North Americans in his community were underserved, and he wanted to make sure that they were exposed to the game of hockey. So good for Fred, and good for the legacy he left behind.
Great to see his family in attendance, enjoying the Hawks lead right now, 2-0 over Seattle. Off the faceoff in the Hawk zone. Vlasic grabs the puck, but a pass up the left wing. Nazar pokes it past Larson down to the left wing corner, Kraken zone. He stepped out of the way of a check from Dunn. And we get a whistle stopping play. What do we have here? Going to get a penalty call. I think Frank Nazar is going to go. He's upset with this call by referee Justin Kia.
Yeah, he goes palms up, so I'm assuming he's the guilty party. Let's listen for the call.
Chicago, number 91, minor penalty for holding.
I don't know where the infraction occurred, Steve.
Well,
honestly,
I just watched the replay, and it wasn't much. The first 2 penalties of this hockey game have gone to Seattle, so you figure, okay, maybe the next one goes to Chicago, but that's a pretty light call.
Well, it puts the Hawks on the penalty kill. Penalty at 11:47 of period number 2. Seattle's first power play off the draw. A shot from Stevenson deflects up into the protective netting. The guy to watch on this power play for Seattle is going to be Jordan Eberle.
Yeah.
If ever there was a guy that could find free ice to get shots away, it's Eberle.
Well, he was the one on that play. You know, the draw goes back to the point, and Dunn just throws it towards the net, and whose stick is right there, and it's Jordan Eberle.
Here's a draw to the right of Knight. Dunn's got it. Top of the left circle and fires. Blocked in front. And Ryan Green makes the smart play with a loose puck. Just swats it down ice into the Kraken zone.
In 39 games against the Blackhawks, Jordan Eberle has 13 goals. So one every 3 games he scores a goal. Of course, majority of those coming with the Edmonton Oilers.
Oh, yeah. He had a goal in the game in Seattle. The 3-1 Hawks lost. Stevenson behind the Hawk net, fed it out in front for Eeli Tolvanen, but now the puck is gobbled up with the glove of Spencer Knight, and he'll hold it there. Eeli Tolvanen was brought to the NHL by the Nashville Predators. He ends up here in Seattle. I saw him play junior hockey in Sioux City, and he had a great shot back then.
Yeah, he had a slow start to this season, John. Just 1 assist in his first 13 games, but he's been one of the hotter Seattle Kraken players of late, and Lane Lambert, his head coach, really happy with the way he's playing right now.
Draw to the left of Knight. Beniers has the puck in the right wing corner. And then Crevier on the scene now will take the puck at his skates. Wyatt Kaiser battling as well. Here's Crevier down on his knees trying to keep the puck pinned against the dasher. And he's doing an effective job there, Steve, of just milking the penalty clock. And now we get a whistle-stopping play. Hopefully this won't be a delay of game, but there was a scrum going on for the puck.
Well,
good job by Louis.
Yeah, he literally killed another, 10, 15 seconds off the clock. And, yeah, they are leaning heavily on that young man, Louis Crevier, and killing penalties, and rightly so. Doesn't make many mistakes out there. Uses his body to his advantage, whether it's boxing guys out or clearing guys out in front of the net. And we saw his effectiveness along the boards.
Jeff Blashill. By the way, Louis Crevier tied for the lead in points among Hawks defensemen. And having himself a great year. And Jeff Blashill, Hawks head coach, just effusive in his praise for Louis Crevier. Kraken get the puck off the draw. Marchman from the left point firing a shot. It knocked Oliver Moore's stick out of his hand, but the puck ends up harmlessly behind the net. Dug out there by Jaden Schwartz. Fed it out in front. And a nice play there by Crevier to tie up the stick of Marchman so that the puck would skitter by.
That's such a long reach. He can be 10 feet away and still poke the puck away from the player.
Crevier again slotted the puck away to Moore, who can't clear from between the circles. Kraken get it back. Berkeley Catton along the far boards, falls down, lost the puck to the corner. Taken away now by Schwartz, but then taken back by Teravainen, who fired the puck, and this deflects up into the benches. And so this will give the Hawks a chance to change up their penalty-killing quartet. Down to 25 seconds of penalty kill time for the Hawks.
Yeah, they're going to need a change because part of the MO for the penalty kill this year is to be aggressive, be very aggressive. We saw it right there, Crevier getting on his horse as soon as he saw a player with his back to the play and on his backhand. And that's typically a sign for a penalty killer that you can go. A player's not going to make a great play on his backhand, especially when he's facing the boards, and that's what Crevier did. Teravainen ended up with a puck on his stick. Now, was this shot straight out?
I think, Steve, it hit the Seattle player Catton and deflected into the Seattle bench. I think that's what happened because they're moving the draw out to center ice.
Well, that makes sense, yeah. So the draw comes outside the blue line for the Blackhawks, which always helps. You never want it deep in your own zone when you're killing a penalty.
Colton Dock will face off with Chandler Stevenson. Dock muscles it away to Murphy at center, and he'll clear the puck down the right wing boards and in behind the Kraken net. The court stopping it back there for Vince Dunn. He'll move the puck to center ice. Chandler Stevenson, a Saskatoon native. He's into the Hawk zone to the left wing corner. Hands it off to Beniers. He'll sweep the puck behind the Hawk net to the right wing corner to Eeli Tolvanen. Carrying behind the net, sets up Stevenson left circle. Fanned on a shot. Pulled away by Doc. Ahead to Ilya Mikheyev. Clears to Nazar. He's back on the ice after the penalty. Into the Kraken zone, and he fires from the top of the right circle. That's into the glove of Joey Decord. So the Hawks, the Hawks are back to full streak. That's sponsored by Northwestern Medicine Orthopedics on a relentless pursuit of better medicine.
I like the thinking there from Frank Nazar. Take the shot, but you got to shoot for the pads, especially that far pad. He realized that he had Mikheyev heading to the net hard. You shoot it off that far pad, it's probably going to come right out to Mikheyev.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, put it right into the glove of Joey Decord. Relatively easy stop for him, but a huge penalty kill. A really good penalty kill for the Chicago Blackhawks.
Face-off circle to Decord's left. Going to be Connor Bedard facing off and winning the draw. Green dropping it along the right boards. Levshunov makes his way to the corner, then in behind the Kraken net, around to the left circle, sets up the line. Grzelcyk with the drive, goes wide. Bertuzzi was there to try and deflect the puck. Now in the right wing corner, Bertuzzi kicks the puck up the boards, but the Kraken get it and come out 3-on-2. Bertuzzi, the back checker, into the Hawk zone. Winterton hit by Levshunov, lost the puck down to the inboards. Bertuzzi scales it around, but not out. Held in by Montour, right point. Now Montour backing up into the left wing circle. Puck on the backhand, carries behind the net, fed it up the slot, picked off by Connor Bedard. He'll break the center ice. 1 against 3 Kraken. Into the Seattle zone, had the puck poke checked away by Lindgren. But it ends up at center ice. Bedard got it back into the Kraken zone on the right wing side. He'll fire the puck down behind the net up the far side. Bertuzzi got it to Bedard. Toe drag and a shot from the slot. And it's turned away by the goaltender, Decord. Bedard with the puck right wing side to Levshunov right point. He deked the puck and it fell off his stick to center ice. He had to go back and get it.
He zigged and the puck zagged.
Yeah. And now he fires it down into the Seattle zone, circles the net. Cartier picks up the puck at center ice, and he'll dump it off the right wing boards and in behind the Hawk net, and that line for the Kraken will get off on a change. Knight passing on the left wing side. Kaiser got the puck ahead at center ice, intended for Mikheyev. Kicked off by the Kraken. Riker Evans steps into the Hawk zone left point, put the puck down the board, picked off by Levshunov. Over to Kaiser. And he got it ahead to Ilya Mikheyev, who was given a bump right at the Kraken blue line by big Jamie Oleksiak. And icing is now the call as Oleksiak misses with his next pass.
That's a good hit. Yeah, I like seeing physical hockey. That was a clean hit. Oleksiak's a big man, and he absolutely dumped Mikheyev, who's pretty solid on his skates. But that's what you do. You put your shoulder into the guy's, basically into his chest, and that's how you're going to upend him. Seen a number of different line combinations for the Blackhawks with Burakovsky out. They were going with 11 forwards, so right now they only have 10 forwards to go with. So some guys getting some extra ice time as a result of the lack of forward depth.
Hawks control off the draw. Renzel, top of the right circle, fed it in front of the net. This slides all the way through to the left wing boards. Teravainen there spins it down behind the Kraken net. Oliver Moore on the catch. Renzel, top of the right circle, firing a wrist shot that goes wide. Teravainen left corner to Vlasic left point. Long shot from there. It pinballs off the inboards out to Renzel, who hammers one from the top of the right circle. That goes wide. Ends up on Vlasic's stick left point. To Renzel along the right sideboards. Fights through a check from Catton. Put the puck behind the net. And Nazar's got it there, trying to work his way off of a check from Oleksiak. And Nazar loses the puck. Wright's got it for the Seattle Kraken. He'll skate the puck to center ice on the left wing side. Stopping there, he flips it back deep into his end and misses everybody. The Hawks will take advantage and get a line change. Now Riker Evans behind the Seattle net with a pass up the right wing to Beniers. Cuts into the Hawk line down the right wing to the corner. He'll stop there and sweep the puck in behind the net into the near corner to Marchment. He'll send it back in behind Beniers' right corner. Put it out to the right point. Long shot by Larson is tipped just wide. It's a close call there for the Hawks. Bertuzzi near corner Hawk zone with the puck. To Renzel back in the net. Winds it back up the right wing side for Bertuzzi, who wins a puck battle from Eberle and clears the puck to center ice. Colton Dock's got it in his skates. Little handoff to Bertuzzi coming by over the Kraken line. To Bedard, top of the left wing circle. Floats a saucer pass, right point, Crevier. He'll move down and fire, and that goes wide of the net. Out to the left point, Grzelcyk shot the puck in front of the net. Bertuzzi dives to swat it to the near boards. Marchman's got the puck to center ice for Seattle. Crossing the Hawk line, he'll drop it off. Eberle along the right board. To Marchman in the right wing corner. Turns to flip the puck back as deflects out to the blue line. And Doc will push it ahead now to Bedard. He's in over the Kraken line, top of the left circle, and guns a shot in on goal. And a glove save made by Decord. He'll hold on to the puck, and the whistle stops play. 2:30 left in the second period. The Hawks 2, the Kraken, no score. This is Blackhawks hockey on 720 WGN.
Hi, this is Dave Musial, owner of Four Seasons Heating, Air Conditioning, Plumbing, and Electric, with our biggest sale ever. Furnaces from just $39 a month. Furnace and air conditioning combos from just $57 a month, plus 6 years interest-free financing. Four Seasons guarantees to beat any competitor's price by up to $1,000. With an A+ rating from the Better Business Bureau and over 30,000 five-star reviews, we are Chicago's trusted local experts.
For all the right reasons, call it 664 Seasons.
Hey, Dad, I gotta come clean about something.
Okay.
I only paid for a brand new Hyundai Tucson.
Oh, you might be on the naughty list.
Feels so right, it almost feels wrong. The Hyundai Getaway Sales Event. Get 0% APR for 60 months, plus 0 payments for 90 days on all Hyundai Tucson, Tucson Hybrid, Santa Fe, or Santa Fe Hybrid models. Visit your local Hyundai dealer today. Offer ends December 1st. Call 562-314-4603 for details.
Hey, hockey fans, it's Troy Murray. If you're ready to upgrade your outdoor living space, look no further than TimberTech Decking and Railing, the #1 premium composite decking brand, tough enough to handle anything. It looks like real wood, but without the costly maintenance of a wood deck. It won't rot, warp, splinter, or peel, ever. And it's backed by industrial-leading warranties, so your deck will last year after year after year. Connect with a local contractor or order free samples at TimberTech.com to see the TimberTech difference for yourself. TimberTech, everything wood should be.
Hey, it's Nick Foligno. Listen to John Williams weekday mornings at 10. Now back to the game.
John Weideman along with Steve Conroy and Charlie Romeliotis here at the United Center. Glad to have you along here tonight. The Blackhawks leading the Seattle Kraken 2-0. Shots on goal favoring the Blackhawks, by the way, 20-14. And Jim Belushi in the house. He's they're trying to get him into a rock, paper, scissors game. Looks like Jimmy's playing along. From Wheaton, Illinois, I should say, by the way. Yeah. He and his brother John grew up in a house that's not that far from where we used to live. John was quite a football player, by the way, in high school. So, big fan of Dick Butkus. Mikheyev dumping the puck down the boards in behind the Kraken net. Montour gave it a right around, but held in at the left point there by Mikheyev to Kaiser. And he had it chopped off his stick by Ryan Winterton. He went back and got the puck, got it back to Connor Murphy, Hawk blue line. To Ryan Donato on the left wing side, the Kraken blue line. He'll fire it down the glass and in behind the net. DeCord placed the puck to the far corner. Montour with a pass up the right wing side. Murphy stepping into his man. That's Ty Kartche from the benches. And then the puck taken back by the Kraken's Winterton, who put it down behind the Hawk net. Kaiser's got it there. Kraken making a line change. Kaiser with a stretch pass ahead to Lafferty. Short of the Kraken blue line. He just redirects this down behind the net. DeCord plays the puck into the near corner to Lindgren. Passing ahead to center ice. Here's Stevenson into the Hawk zone. Tried to beat two Blackhawks. Louis Crevier smothers him there and then pushes him off the puck behind the Hawk net. And then moves the puck ahead at center ice on the left wing to Oliver Moore. Crossing the Seattle line to Crevier at the line. I don't know about that. That did look offside to me, but it did to the linesman. So the whistle blew.
Yeah, I'll give the benefit of the doubt to the linesman. He was literally 6 feet away from that, so he had the best view in the house. Blackhawks, if you're joining us late, 2-0, and it all happened in the second period. Tyler Bertuzzi with the first goal of the night, and then he draws a penalty later in that second period. And on the power play, gets the primary assist on the Teuvo Teravainen power play goal, and that's where we stand.
Steve, I'm going to correct myself. I was wrong, and that linesman got it right. Who am I to question him? That was offside. So the face-off, believe it or not, yeah, I can actually be wrong.
Well, you're man enough to admit it, too. That's what I like.
I'm wrong a lot.
Just ask my wife.
Yeah. I didn't want to say it. Oh, well. Here's Beniers out of the Seattle zone to center ice. Got it to Evans over the Hawk line to the left circle. Marchment tried to center the puck. Nazar doubling back was able to knock that wide with his skates. At the left point, Oleksiak firing a shot that deflects wide of the net. Grzelcyk moving the puck on the left wing side to Teravainen. Swept it rink wide now to Crevier from the right wing boards of the Hawk zone. He clears to center ice. We got 40 seconds left in the period. Crevier again, poke checking the puck to center ice to Nazar. To Teravainen over the Kraken line. He is taken down to the ice there by Oleksiak. No penalty called. Kraken get it back. Evans to center ice up the left wing. Snapping the puck down the glass behind the net. Played by Spencer Knight to the far corner, but the Kraken get it. It's put in front of the net by Marchment. Stopped in front, and then Everly got the puck in the high slot. Turns and fires. That goes wide. Then Marchment tried to wrap around, and that was stopped by Ryan Green. Put it out to center ice on the right wing to Bedard. He'll sweep the puck down behind the Kraken net. DeCord does not see Ryan Green coming in from behind. He took it away. Got it to Rinzel, top of the right circle, and the Hawks can do no further damage as the horn sounds ending play here in period number 2. But the Blackhawks did score 2 goals in this frame, and they're going to take a 2-0 lead into the dressing rooms after 40 minutes. Shots favor the Blackhawks as well, 20-14.
Yeah, 13-5 in that second period. So a much better second period, John, for the Blackhawks. The first one, as we talked with Ryan Green, a little sloppy. Puck management wasn't great, but I think they got a talking to by the coaching staff. They came out on fire in the second period. Yeah. We talked about the play of Tyler Bertuzzi, who is back in the lineup after missing a couple of games. He's been a big difference maker in on both goals, scored the first goal, primary assist on the second power play goal. That's a really solid period number 2 for the Blackhawks.
Might have been their best second period of the year.
Yeah.
I don't think that's a stretch.
No, it's not. I would venture to say so. I just think the breakouts were so much cleaner. They turned the puck over a number of times. They didn't look at the official numbers after period number 1, but number of turnovers in period number 1 where the puck ended up on their net. So that's a scoring chance for the other team. This was a clean period.
Sorry, Steve. You being a former NHL defenseman can probably appreciate more than anybody what I'm about to say. We've been singing the praises of Louis Crevier, but he's been paired with Alex Vlasic, and the two together, they do an effective job. I mean, they're both really tall guys with great reaches. Obviously, that's the poke check element, but positionally, they've been solid.
Well, just think about it. They stick their sticks out, and those long arms are there. They cover about 25 feet of blue line, so it's hard to get around them, and they use their sticks very effectively. They're a smart pair.
The Hawks leading the Kraken 2-0. The power play got to work tonight. The Sitco power play connecting. And it was fun watching Teuvo Teravainen bag that one off that nice pass from Bertuzzi from the corner.
Yeah, Teuvo Teravainen, maybe the underappreciated Teuvo because he kills penalties. He's on the power play. You know, sometimes he'll win you a very important faceoff. He's a lot stronger in person than he looks like on the ice. On the ice, he looks like a slight bear. He's pretty well built. You know, you shake his hand and he's got a firm grip.
Let's go downstairs and join our guest. We are happy to be joined by Blackhawks veteran defenseman, one of the leaders on this team, Connor Murphy. And Connor, thank you for joining Steve Conroy and myself. Hey, man, you got a 2-0 lead on this Kraken team. This is a team the Hawks haven't had a lot of luck with in their existence, but you are up on them 2-0. What do you need to do to tighten down the screws and take a victory out of here?
A little more of what we did in that second period. I think just being responsible with the puck and supporting each other. We were really loose in the first, and these teams, that's why we have tough luck in the past against them because they play calculated and stingy, and we got to know that we got to stay tight with our game to get the win.
Hey, Connor, you're a big part of the penalty kill, and just one power play goal against the last 6 games, which is outstanding. I think you guys rank in the top 5 in the entire NHL. What's been the mindset this year under Jeff Blashill and his system?
A little more pressure with this push down. Before we were in the diamond where we were standing in lanes a little more and they had a little more possession. So we're trying to clog the neutral zone. They're coming in and take possession away. And I think we're doing a little better as time's gone on this season of getting pressure and getting it out of their hands quick instead of letting them work their low plays and around the top.
Connor, every year presents challenges and good times. And I just want you to go to the good times about what it's been like for you leading a young group of hockey players that we've seen with this new Chicago Blackhawks team.
Yeah, it's been amazing. I think just this whole year I've just been so present with a new coaching staff. It's all new systems. So having new players, young guys, and trying to learn a new way of play has been big for us to grow every day. And then to see results of some wins so far has been a lot of fun. And just the energy of guys that, I mean, you guys see them around the locker room, Oliver Moore and these guys that are so goofy and fun to bring their energy and really see the joy of the NHL with them.
Murph, you kind of touched on it, but I want to dive a little deeper. The first period was not good as far as puck management goes for you guys. What was the message from the coaching staff between period 1 and 2? Because you guys came out like a different team in that second period.
Yeah, Blash used a heavy voice with us, which was needed, and we got the message of honestly. A phrase he's been using lately is that it's an everyday league. They don't care what you did the games before or the wins you have, the points you've gotten in the past. You need to show up every night and show if you want to be a winning team, you got to prove it. So that was a bit of the message, and it was a learning step in that first period. We got to show that we can come over here in the third.
Sounds like a great plan. Murph, thanks for joining us,
guys.
man. Go get
Good
him in
talking.
the third. Appreciate it very much. Connor Murphy, Blackhawks defenseman, our guest. After 2, it's the Blackhawks 2 and the Seattle Kraken, no score. Charlie's got a full intermission report here momentarily, and third period action will follow along. Hawks came into this game with a 6-game point streak at 5-0-1. And right now, they're in position to make that a 7-game point streak. Let's hope that that's what we're talking about in the postgame show. Charlie coming up in a moment. This is Blackhawks Hockey on 720 WGN.
The NHL is officially back, and right now, new FanDuel customers can bet $5 and get $300 in bonus bets if you win. Put your first bet in the back of the net on FanDuel, America's #1 sportsbook and official partner of the Chicago Blackhawks.
Must be 21 or older and present in Illinois. First online real money wager only. $5 first deposit required. Bonus issued is non-withdrawable bonus bets which expire 7 days after receipt. Restrictions apply. See terms at sportsbook.fanduel.com. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
Hey, Jeremy Roenick here. I've seen a lot of stat sheets in my career, but when it comes to beer, these numbers jump off the page. Flight by Yuengling, 2.6 carbs, 95 calories, and brewed with crisp, refreshing flavor. That's not just light beer, it's light beer with game, and it's brewed by the oldest brewery in America. Bottom line, if you care about performance and taste, Flight by Yuengling brings both. Flight by Yuengling, the next generation of light beer. DT Yuengling & Son, Pottsville, PA.
Celebrate the holidays at Pederino's Italian Restaurant in the heart of Chicago. The Pasticeria's famous peppermint hot chocolate is back with boozy editions available at their now open sidewalk bar. New Pasticeria holiday hours, Friday and Saturday till 9, Sunday through Thursday till 8. Holiday gift cards are also available. Spend $100 and receive an additional $25 gift card good at any Good Plate Hospitality location. Stop into the Pasticeria for all your holiday baked goods and visit Pederino's.
Social Security disability and SSI benefits support people whose severe medical problems make work impossible. These basic benefits provide access to medical care and help avoid homelessness. But the paperwork is demanding and the law and regulations are confusing. Hi, I'm Jeffrey Rabin. At the law offices of Jeffrey Rabin & Associates, we've been helping disabled clients in Northern Illinois battle Social Security since 1981. We have decades of experience working on behalf of people with disabling medical problems. Don't fight alone. Call 312-431-1000 or go to rkblegal.com for a free telephone consultation. We can let you know if you should pursue your application and what you need to do to make your claim stronger. We represent people living with a disability even before they file their application. Call 312-431-1000 or visit rkblegal.com and reach out for the friendly hands at Rabin & Associates. Remember, don't fight alone.
Before and after every Bears game, tune into Happen OB right here on 720 WGN.
It's go time.
Sponsored by your local Chevy dealers and the Chevy Silverado, official truck partner of the Chicago Bears.
Time for a break. It's intermission time.
That's a wrap. That's a wrap.
Here's Charlie Remiliotis with your intermission update.
Second intermission here at the United Center. The Blackhawks are leading the Kraken 2-0 through 40 minutes of play. The Hawks out shooting Seattle 13-5 in that middle frame. We know the second periods have not been kind to the Blackhawks this season, but that was one of their better second periods of the season. So let's see if they can shut the door over in the third. Really quick, tonight's Salute to a Veteran is sponsored, as always, by JeffBuysYourHouse.com, a proud veteran-owned business serving Chicagoland since 2007. Donald Preston and James Craig III, two U.S. Army veterans, were honored today at the United Center as they stood next to Jim Cornelison for the national anthem. Thank you both for your service. We had 11 games on the NHL schedule, and a couple of them are starting to go final here. So let's get to some of these. The Columbus Blue Jackets just knocked off the Toronto Maple Leafs 3-2 in overtime. It was Adam Fantilli scoring his second of the game and the overtime winner for Columbus in the win. Alex Ovechkin and the Washington Capitals rolled past the Montreal Canadiens 8-4. Ovechkin extended his goal streak to 4 games. He had a hat trick in this game for Washington, so he stays red hot. The Florida Panthers shut out the New Jersey Devils 1-0 behind a 31-save shutout by Sergei Bobrovsky. Sam Reinhart scored the lone goal for the Panthers in the game. Also an overtime game in Philadelphia where the Flyers took down the Blues 3-2. Travis Sanheim scored the overtime winner for Philadelphia. Some other scores currently going on. The Islanders are about to take care of business in Detroit, leading 5-0 late in the third. The Oilers are up 1-0 on the Lightning, and the Rangers and Avalanche are tied 1-1 in the first intermission. Nathan McKinnon has scored his 15th goal of the season. He now stands all alone for the NHL lead in that department and also points. So he's having a Hart Trophy type season. The Utah Mammoth and Golden Knights are knotted up 0-0 in the first intermission. And then 3 late games tonight. Vancouver hosting the Dallas Stars. Anaheim Ducks hosting the Ottawa Senators. And the San Jose Sharks are hosting the LA Kings. And elsewhere in sports, Thursday night football action, the Houston Texans are leading the Bills 20-16 at halftime. Meanwhile, here at the UC, Hawks are up 2-0 on the Kraken. We'll take a quick break, then break down the second period. You're listening to Blackhawks Hockey on 720 WGN.
Hawks are out weekday mornings at 6. Now let's get you back to the ice.
Marquette Bank has been helping neighborhoods thrive in Chicago for 80 years. 80 years is a long time. When you bank with Marquette Bank, you matter. After 80 years, we've learned that helping people like you make smarter financial decisions helps our neighborhoods grow and thrive. When you bank with Marquette Bank, good things happen for you and your neighborhood. Marquette Bank. Love where you bank. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender, NMLS number 462926.
When you shop for a new Chevy at Bob Josh Chevrolet, you'll be more than happy, you'll be Jossified. That's the feeling you get when you enjoy outstanding savings from Bob Josh Chevrolet in Elburn. Right now, save on a new 2026 Chevrolet Silverado 1500 with 0% APR financing for 36 months. Bob Josh Chevrolet in Elburn, next to Reams Meat Market. Chevrolet, together let's drive. Plus tax title license and doc fee to qualified buyers with approved credit based on $27.78 per $1,000 finance. See dealer for details. Expires 12/1/25.
When your team's best players have all been traded and the latest pick is overrated, just raise a glass with a friend or two and tell them more, tell them more, tell them more too. May your team be great and your picks be true, and if it falls apart, you'll know what to do. Just raise a glass with a fan or two and tell them more, tell them more, tell them more too. It's a crazy world, so what do? You tell them more, tell them more, tell them more too. Hey!
Tullamore Dew Irish Whiskey, imported by William Grant & Sons, Inc.
The professionals at Plumbers 911 Chicago are ready to answer your call. They'll get your plumbing job done right the first time. Their phones are open 24/7, 1-833-PLUM-911.
Back here at the United Center as the Blackhawks leading the Kraken 2-0 through 2 periods. Let's take a look at tonight's window of opportunity, sponsored by the state's official health insurance marketplace, Get Covered Illinois. Now's your opportunity to find health insurance that fits your budget at getcoveredillinois.gov. Open enrollment ends on January 15th. And speaking of opportunity, the Blackhawks have quite a few of them in that second period. The scoring chances in the second at even strength, 11-0 in favor of Chicago. The first period, it was 7-5 in favor of Seattle. So it was a much different second period for the Blackhawks than we've seen this season, where we know it's been their Achilles heel with a negative, I think, 16 goal differential in the second period. That actually sounds like a lot. It might be off, but it's in the double digits, so it hasn't been a kind period for the Blackhawks this season. But yeah, they really took control in that second. Also, the Hawks cashed in on their one of 2 power plays in this game, and they also went 1 for 1 on the penalty kill. This is the 8th straight game that the Seattle Kraken have given up a power play goal in a game. So it's been a rough in that department for the Kraken, but the Blackhawks find a way to maximize their opportunities both on the power play but also at even strength with the amount of scoring chances that they generated in that second period. And hopefully the Hawks can shut the door here in the third period, because then they're going to Buffalo tomorrow night. Very winnable game. Buffalo is sitting last place in the Eastern Conference, and so those playoff odds might continue to spike for Chicago if they continue their winning ways both tonight and carrying that over into tomorrow. One more break, and then we'll set up the third period next. You're listening to Blackhawks Hockey on 720 WGN.
It's Andy Mazer. We're your home for the Blackhawks, Northwestern football and basketball, the NFL, and Happen OB. This is AM 720 WGN Chicago.
That's the sound of the ComEd Energy Efficiency Program, saving you money and energy. With rebates on Energy Star appliances, so you can come back to a home full of savings. Discover more ways to save at ComEd.com/home savings. ComEd, powering lives.
We all want to stay on top of your game, your job, on top of your housework and homework. And after all you've been through lately, Blue Cross and Blue Shield of Illinois is here to help you stay on top of your health. But for all of us to stay on top, we have to stop cancer from spreading, stop the increased cases of diabetes, put a stop to hypertension and mental illness in our communities, and get our children vaccinated to stop the spread of other diseases. Blue Cross wants to cover you in care so you can take back the overall health of you and your loved ones. From preventive cancer screenings to proper control of diabetes, high blood pressure and behavioral health management, to prenatal care and child immunizations. Blue Cross and Blue Shield is by your side, reminding you now more than ever, preventive care is imperative care. Find out all the ways you can stay on top of your health at bcbsil.com. Blue Cross and Blue Shield of Illinois. Through it all. Blue Cross and Blue Shield of Illinois, a division of Healthcare Service Corporation, a mutual legal reserve company.
Chicago, the baseball season may be over, but that doesn't mean you missed your last chance to visit Wrigley Field. Your Northwestern Wildcats return to the friendly confines for the final iteration of the Wrigley Field Series, facing off against Minnesota this Saturday. Get your tickets today by visiting Cubs.com/football. Check out the coolest experience in Big Ten football as the most iconic ballpark gets transformed into a pantheon of college football for the final time. Cubs.com/football. Secure your seat today.
Permaseal, the leader in basement waterproofing, also offers foundation repair, concrete restoration, and attic insulation. Call 800-421-SEAL or visit permaseal.net.
It's the final 20. The third period's just ahead. Here's Charlie Remiliotis with your recap.
Back here at the United Center, the Blackhawks and Kraken have hit the ice for the start of the third period. The Hawks got 2 goals in that middle frame. The first game, 43 seconds into the middle frame, was a Tyler Bertuzzi 10th goal of the season. And then the second, Teuvo Teravainen with his 5th off a one-handed pass by Tyler Bertuzzi.
1:01 left on the power play. Teuvo Teravainen gains the Kraken line left wing. Sent it to the corner. Bertuzzi put it out in front. Teravainen shoots and scores! What a goal for the Hawks! Bertuzzi played the carom out of the right wing corner. It was a blind backhand pass through the crease to Teuvo Teravainen. He slams it home. It's Teuvo time, and it's 2-0 Hawks.
That is one of the prettier primary assists that you'll see all season long for Tyler Bertuzzi. He was back in the lineup tonight. He has a goal, an assist, and he's drawn both penalties for the Blackhawks. So he is off to he's been awesome in these first 40 minutes. Let's see if he can help shut the door for the Blackhawks here in the third. What's on Deck is sponsored by TimberTech Decking and Railing, #1 in premium decking. Order free samples at timbertech.com as they send it back over to John and Steve. Jar for the third.
Jar, the one thing I didn't tell the listeners was that Bertuzzi, in order to pick up that assist, had to reach around Jamie Oleksiak and with one hand on the stick, swat the puck in front of the net. I mean, that's a tall order. I mean, Oleksiak could not see Bertuzzi coming in from behind, and I think Bertuzzi took advantage of that. And, it just ended up connecting on the other end of Teravainen.
Jeff Blashill talked about that this morning. Charlie, I know you were there too. He said he wins so many puck battles along the boards, and that's one of those puck battles. And he said it's infectious. It rubs off on other guys. So great to see Bertuzzi with that second effort and a sweet, sweet assist.
Third period underway. Kraken attack. Beniers gains the Hawk zone, but you may have heard that faint whistle. The Kraken are offside as they come into the Hawk end.
Love that interview with Connor Murphy and the fact that he talked, and I think he put it very politely, the heavy voice from Jeff Blashill after period number 1. I'm sure it was a heavy and loud voice, and, he talked about being an everyday league, and that's how you keep a team grounded, a team that might be, punching above their weight right now and really surprising the entire NHL, but by everyday league, it means you got to bring it each and every day, and that's what they've been doing.
Now you get a whistle now for an offside at the Kraken line. So 16 seconds into the period, folks, you haven't missed very much. Now I wonder, you know this, Steve. I mean, in your experience as a National Hockey League player, a lot of games, over 900, right? Am I correct?
8-9, yeah, with playoffs, certainly over 900. Yeah, 895 regular season. Yeah.
Okay, so if you had a coach who would routinely come in and light things up, light up the room, at some point that becomes white noise, right? I mean, we've heard this before, Coach. I mean, what else you got, right?
Yeah, you tend to block that out if it's, constant and every day. And I don't think Jeff Blashill's that kind of coach. And he's got a very competent staff behind him, and he lets them do a lot of the talking too, which is good. And so when he speaks, people listen.
Here's Renzel passing it to the Kraken blue line for Ryan Green, but the puck is knocked off his stick by Dunn. Larson grabs the puck, skates to the Hawk blue line on the right wing, spins it down behind the net. Wyatt Kaiser took the puck away. To Connor Bedard on the right wing side, just inside the Hawk line. He'll hand it cleverly over to Kaiser. He's in over the Kraken line in the high slot area. He was going to send it over to Oliver Moore on the right wing sideboards, but Moore left the rink to the bench. So the Kraken get the puck back. Here's Larson to the Hawk line. Poke checked away now by Bertuzzi to Bedard over the Kraken line, left circle. Tried to pull the stick back and get a shot away. And Dunn was in there with a poke check to knock the puck free. It spun down ice into the Hawk zone. Artyom Levshinov picks it up tops of the circles. Got himself some room along the near boards and drops the puck in behind the Hawk net. Kaiser's got it there, and the Hawks are in the midst of a line change. Kaiser holding the puck that extra second. To Levshinov along the right boards, passing up the right wing side. Kraken line to Mikheyev. He'll deflect the puck in behind the net. DeCord plays it to the near corner to Alexiak. Then a pass up the right wing. Gaudreau center ice. Got it to Riker Evans into the Hawk zone along the left wing boards. Murphy hits him with a body check. Murphy poke checks the puck free once and then twice. This tumbles in behind the Hawk net. Catton and Grzelcyk battle for the puck. Catton wins the puck for the Kraken to behind the net. Shane Wright, now right in the near corner. Pressed into the glass from behind there by Colton Dock. As they continue to scrum for the puck, right in the right wing corner, jabs the puck toward the point, and then got it back and then jabbed it to the point again to Alexiak. Moves it over to Evans. Evans along the left sideboards, Hawk zone. Penalty coming up here to the Hawks. This was almost predictable. It looks like it's going to be Ilya Mikheyev going to get the gate. He's all over this referee about it, too.
Minor penalty for hooking, as you heard the call. And, yeah, you're right. It was predictable. When you spend that much time in your own zone, chances are you're going to get tired, you're going to get behind somebody, and you're going to end up hooking or tripping. And that's what Mikheyev did. And kind of a double whammy because Ilya Mikheyev has been such an integral penalty killer for the Blackhawks, and they will not have his services for this kill.
No penalty at 2:32 of period number 3. Second penalty kill for the Hawks. Seattle 0 for 1 on their power play. From the draw, the Hawks get possession, and the puck is flung down ice by Connor Murphy. Now behind the Seattle net, Dunn picks up the puck and carries out. Dunn to center ice over the logo. Drops the puck back to his blue line. Stevenson to Everly, breaking into the Hawk zone down the right wing, turning away the half boards. Sets up Tolvin in right point. He'll move it to the left wing board to Beniers. Beniers carries behind the Hawk net to the right corner. To Tolvin in right point. To Dunn at the line in the deep slot. To Stevenson left circle. Fed it back, and this is equidistant between Dunn and Tolvin, and the puck deflects down ice into the Seattle zone. DeCord with a quick pass ahead. Here's Stevenson down the right wing side Hawk zone. A back pass in front, broken up by Green. But then Everly takes the puck back along the left boards. To Dunn at the line. To Tolvin in along the right boards, back to Dunn. Over to Everly, top of the left circle. Put it down to Stevenson back in the net. Grevier didn't get all of him with a body check. Kraken retained the puck. Everly, top of the left circle. To Stevenson beside the net, fed it up the slot. And Beniers shanks a one-timer. Oliver Moore all over Beniers. They didn't give up the puck to center ice, where Ryan Green will slap it down ice deep into the Seattle Dome.
Yeah, it's just an example of a lot of teams not knowing Oliver Moore and his speed right there. And Matty Beniers, I think, surprised by number 11, who, forced a turnover. It wasn't Moore who got the puck out, but he really created that loose puck.
Berkeley Catton into the Hawk zone, down the right wing side. Let the puck go down behind the net. Connor Murphy got it there. Snaps it up the right wing glass. And down into the Kraken zone, Mason Marchment will track it down and leave the puck behind the net. And Brandon Montour will skate it out. Montour to the Kraken blue line. And behind the back pass to Jaden Schwartz. He'll carry to Shane Wright over the Hawk line near the right point. Back to Montour right point. He spins it down to the corner. Penalty time elapses. Mikheyev is out of the box, and the Hawks are at full strength. Mikheyev do a pass along the left wing boards. Kraken zone. Montour took it away to Marchment. Marchment beside his net. Passing him on Montour just inside the Kraken line on the right wing. And he sent a pass ahead that misses everybody. But no icing is called as Lafferty's back to get the puck. Lafferty to Levshunov. Pokes it up the left wing side. Not out. Frederick Gaudreau took it away. Gaudreau along the half boards, battling with the Hawks' Matt Grzelcyk, who pries it free. But Montour got the puck at the right point. To Gaudreau, back to Montour. He shoots. They score. This had to hit a body in front of the Hawk net. You had Ty Karche battling in front with Artyom Levshunov. And I'm not sure if this hit him maybe in the shin pads or the side of the pants or whatever. And it might actually have hit the youngster making his NHL debut, Oscar Fisker-Molgaard.
Yeah, that's unfortunate because the Blackhawks did have control of this puck about 20 seconds earlier. They weren't able to break it out cleanly. A pass from D to D, kind of mishandled. It was a tough pass by Levshunov, but that allowed Seattle to keep the puck in. And as you mentioned, a mass of bodies in front. It looked like it went off number 12, the last man to touch that puck. Yeah, so that would be Ty Karche. We mentioned coming into this hockey game, just one goal. He had 11 goals as a rookie 2 years ago. So he gets off the schneid, and more importantly, he gets his team in this hockey game.
Sure did. So Vince Dunn will pick up the assist. And it's a brand new game, seemingly. 2-1. Not a comfortable lead for the Hawks. A lead nonetheless. So we'll see what they do with it. Now the puck stripped away by Bedard, bottom of the right circle in the Seattle zone. He tried to put the puck back to the line. This is picked off by Marchment of the Kraken. Flips it down into the Hawk end. Vlasic to center ice, firing the puck off the inboards in the Seattle zone. In the far corner, Dunn sweeping it away at the left wing to center ice. And now Beniers tried to flip the puck across for Everly. It's picked off by Tyler Bertuzzi, who carries behind the net and drives it around up the left wing side. And icing's going to be called as this misses Lafferty's stick.
John, that was an example, just that last shift that Seattle scored on. You know, it looks like a nothing play. The puck gets dumped in. Levshunov has it. It looks like it should be an easy breakout, but instead they kind of mishandle a puck, and the turnover literally 25 seconds later ends up in the back of their net. So that's going to be a learning experience for Levshunov, and it's to be expected for a guy who's just in his first year in the NHL, barely 19 years of age. Every single play during every single minute is so important.
Now the puck in the Hawk zone, driven around the boards by Vlasic and down ice. They're going to wave the icing. Kraken get the puck in their end. Montour passing up the right side. Tolvin in center ice, hands it off to Schwartz on the Hawk line on the right wing. Hits the trailer. Stevenson fires. Kick save made by Knight, and the follow-up shot, and Knight stopped that one as well with the pad. Now the puck turned over by Moore. Stevenson along the right boards to the deep slot. Montour fires, and a chest save made by Knight. And Kaiser will collect the rebound, skates it up the right wing to the Hawk blue line, lifts the puck through the air to the Kraken blue line. We get a whistle stopping play, and let's see, are we going to get too many men on the ice here, or is this a high stick? We'll tell you about it when we come back from the break. 13:35 left in the third period. 2-1 in favor of the Hawks. This is Blackhawks hockey on 720 WGN.
Here's a club you want to get into, Club Citgo. It's the super easy app that opens the door to great fuel savings and more. Sign up and instantly save 23 cents per gallon on your first fill-up, plus everyday savings that really add up. You can also enter our sweepstakes with multiple winners and giveaways, like free gas for a year. And Club Citgo makes paying easy with a convenient mobile pay feature. So welcome to the club where all the action is. Download Club Citgo today. Savings good up to 30 gallons, only at participating locations. Data rates may apply.
Getting health insurance that fits your budget isn't easy.
At Get Covered Illinois, we are here to help.
We are the state's official health insurance marketplace.
A place where health insurers compete for your business. A website where you can compare multiple health plans and pricing in one place.
And where you can connect to financial help and free in-person assistance.
Because you deserve insurance. GetCoveredIllinois.gov. We're here to help.
Hey, Chicago fans, when the game's on the line, there's no time to waste.
Same goes for selling your house. At Jeff Buys Your House, we make it fast, easy, and stress-free.
No drawn-out showings, no waiting for months on the market.
Just a fair cash offer from a veteran-owned company that puts people first.
Don't let the clock run out. Choose the trusted source. Visit jeffbuysyourhouse.com and score your easy offer today.
It's Jason Dickinson. Catch every single Blackhawks game on 720 WGN Radio.
Welcome back to Chicago. We're early in the third period. Blackhawks hold a 2-1 lead over the Seattle Kraken, but all of a sudden Seattle, a little bit of energy off of that last goal by Ty Karche. A little more jump to their step, and they feel like they're right in this hockey game.
Certainly are. You know, you talked about what Connor Murphy hinted at Jeff Blashill's speech to the guys before the second period. I'm thinking Lane Lambert might have given a similar speech to his guys in the second intermission.
Yeah, you're absolutely right, yeah. And Lane Lambert, I played against him his entire career. I think he played almost 8 years in the NHL. He was a tough cookie. Not a fighter, but he just finished his checks each and every shift, and he wouldn't put up with any nonsense.
He's an honest player, as I recall.
Yeah.
A good, solid veteran player, Saskatchewan-born kid. And this is his second head coaching assignment in the NHL. The other was with the Islanders. So back to the play in the Hawk zone. Levshunov spits a pass up the right wing to Bedard at center ice. Bounces off of him. The Kraken get it back at the Hawk blue line. Everybody fishing for the puck. Berkeley Catton pulls it free and then got it back over the Hawk line to Shane Wright, right circle, firing a shot. It deflects in front of the net. Look out. Pulled out of there by Grzelcyk, and then Wright strips him of the puck. Right behind the net, lost it. Actually, Levshunov lost his stick. Wright kept it away. Catton at the left point to Evans, high slot, long wrist shot. He scores. Wright had cruised in front of Spencer Knight at the opportune moment so that Knight's view of that shot was obscured, and it looked like it beat him into the top left corner, and the Kraken have tied this at 2.
Yeah, that's the 7th shot by Seattle in this period, and Blackhawks with just one, and it was a seeing eye shot. I'm not too sure if Spencer Knight was screened on the play, but Evans with a high riser, kind of a wrister, and just inside the left post as we look at it. Got fortunate, but it was the Blackhawks again who had an opportunity to jump on a loose puck. They couldn't get to it. And I take that back. That was a screen. And you know what? Spencer Knight got caught looking around to the left side of the mass of humanity, and the puck ended up coming to the right side of the net. So give credit to the Kraken. They have really stepped on the gas here to start the third period, and they tied it at 2.
I was going to say, Shane Wright might have gotten a piece of that. Right now they've given the goal to Riker Evans. Third of the year. We get a whistle, puck knocked out of the air with a high stick. Right now they've got it Evans from Catton at 7-12, and Shane Wright picks up the second assist. So I guess that's the way it'll stay, unless they review the video and say, nope, it's Wright who got the goal. Far be it for me to question the official scorers, right?
Yeah. They know what they're doing. They also have the opportunity to look at it 2 and 3 times. I'm just, if you're Jeff Blashill, you just have to be bemoaning the fact that, you kind of shot yourself in the foot with that first turnover. And I think that gave the Seattle Kraken a little bit of life. They're out of the hockey game. They're down 2-0. Not a lot's going right. And you kind of gifted them a goal. And right now they've got the tie game.
Well, puck management can work for you or again you, as Granny from the Beverly Hillbillies would say. I don't think she ever talked about puck management in any of their episodes. There's Donato firing the puck off the glass deep into the Kraken zone. Rolls to the right wing corner. Mikheyev had it for a moment, lost it. Puck played by Marchment down to the Hawk blue line. There to get it, Alex Vlasic. Hawks in the midst of a line change. Vlasic passing over to Murphy. Hawk line right wing, head to Donato. Redirects the puck down the slot Kraken zone, but it's taken back by Montour of the Kraken. Over to Larson, then a pass ahead, deflects into the Hawk zone. Now Larson ends up taking the puck back right point. Spins it down behind the net. Ryan Winterton battling there with Vlasic. Puck rolls free to Frank Nazar, and he'll flip it down. Oliver Moore racing to the dot there along with Larson. And had he had another 10 feet, I think he wins that race. But icing will be the call against the Hawks.
Yeah, and now the Blackhawks, who are kind of tired out there, a couple of guys were ordered to come back on the ice. Connor Murphy and Alex Vlasic had both changed, so both the defensemen have to stay on the ice, and they'll have to try and get off as quickly as they can. So an important face-off right now for the Blackhawks and Frank Nazar.
Draw circle to the right of Spencer Knight. Hawks with a little bit of an edge in draws have won 22 and lost 19. They win this one. Nazar pulls it free to the corner to Murphy. To Vlasic back in the net, driving it around at the left wing side over the stick of Teravainen and down. And again, icing is the call. But that extra icing play allowed the Hawks to get a little juice back into their bodies, right?
Yeah, that's another 10 to 15, maybe 20 seconds if Frank Nazar can milk it a little bit. Take his time getting into the dot. Yeah, we'll say that's a 15-second rest.
Nazar again to face off. This time the Kraken get it. Stevenson put it to the line. Dunn will fire, and a chest and glove save made by Spencer Knight. This will allow the Hawks, as Knight holds on, this will allow the Hawks the change-up of their 5 if they so desire. Murphy and Vlasic head to the bench. On come Rinzel and Kaiser. A couple of defensemen from the land of 10,000 Lakes.
Yeah, they've produced some pretty good ones out of Minnesota. But it's important now for the Blackhawks, John. They've played one shot in this third period, and we're almost 9 minutes in. So I know they've had to kill a penalty, but you want to get the puck down in the offensive zone. Sometimes your best defense is a good offense, and let's see if they can mount something here.
Kaiser leads the charge, got the puck ahead to Bertuzzi, and he enters the Kraken zone, but Rinzel was about a half a stride inside, and offside is the call.
Yeah, I can just see the coaching staff right now for the Blackhawks. That's just a mental error. That's an opportunity, possible 3-on-2. And I know what Sam Rinzel's trying to do. He's trying to take advantage of the odd man rush and just got a little too far ahead of the play and ahead of the puck.
So Bertuzzi will face off now against Matty Beniers, and the Hawks get control. Kaiser quick pass over to Rinzel, firing it down the glass behind the Kraken net, rolls up the near side. Ryan Green sets up shop with Larson in the near corner. Larson takes the puck, put it behind the net. Dunn clears it up the far side. Marchment was nearly flattened by one of the Hawks going by. I believe that was Bedard. The Hawks get the puck back in their end anyway. Ryan Green outlets to Tyler Bertuzzi over the center ice circle. He'll lift the puck into the Kraken zone between the circles. Handled there by Vince Dunn. Passing up the right side, Eberle center ice. Sent the puck to the right wing corner Hawk zone. One of the game referees fell down behind the net. And the puck ends up back there anyway. And now Dunn behind the net. Took the puck to the near corner, checked, but Marchment carries on. Now the high slot, Alexiak pounds a shot in on goal, and a blocker save made by Knight. Here's Connor Bedard, flipping the puck ahead to Bertuzzi at center ice. He lost the rolling puck into the Kraken zone. Dunn has it there and just shot it back to center ice, and then Matt Grzelcyk for the Hawks will just fire it back down the left wing side in behind the Kraken net. DeCord plays it in the near corner to Alexiak. Head the Cat and Hawk blue line, doubling back Sam Lafferty breaks that up and clears the puck into the Kraken zone. There's a race to the puck. Mikheyev and Evans. They both get their sticks on the puck simultaneously, but it bounces to Catton. Ahead to Shane Wright. Crossing a Hawk line on the right wing. Drops off the puck, but right onto the stick of Vlasic. Head to Sam Lafferty at center ice on the left wing. He'll backhand the puck down behind the Kraken net. DeCord out to play it around to the near side. Held in by Donato along the left wing boards. To Lafferty, left wing corner. He waves the puck behind the Kraken net. No Blackhawk forward was there to lend support. Evans, meanwhile, firing a pass ahead. This hit one of the Hawks and deflects down behind the Hawk net. Vlasic's got it there. 9:20 left in the third. 2-2 the score, Hawks and Kraken. Vlasic banking the puck up the right wing. Teravainen at the Kraken blue line, deflecting the puck to the right wing corner. Montour picks it up there for Seattle. A pass ahead for Tolvin and short of the Hawk blue line. He'll deflect it down behind the net. Stevenson there, first on the scene. Shot it off the back of the net. Then he and Murphy lock up in behind. And Schwartz and Oliver Moore do some battle. Moore with a clever move pulls it free and then lost it there as it's puck checked away by Schwartz to the near corner. Murphy will gather in the puck. Murphy behind the net. Swatted it around at the right side boards. Lindgren picked off the puck there for Seattle. Lindgren to the corner. Hit by Murphy, swept it behind the net around to the right wing side. On tour there, shot the puck to the corner, picked off by the Hawks' Wyatt Kaiser to Oliver Moore. Passing up the left wing, Frank Nazar through center ice, over the Kraken line. Sheds a check at the point, moves it over to Rinzel, right circle. He fires, and that deflects wide. And one of the Kraken who was defending against Teuvo Teravainen, that was Montour, fell right into the Kraken net.
Yeah, he was coming back hard. What a great play, though, by Frank Nazar. Just a button hook, shed a couple of checks, and make that cross-ice saucer pass right onto the stick of Rinzel.
Rinzel back in the Hawk zone now. Bats the puck behind the net, over to Grzelcyk, head to Ryan Green, Hawk blue line. Spun a pass ahead for Bertuzzi. I don't think he was expecting one there. Kraken get it back. Larson will clear the puck down into the Hawk zone. Rinzel back in the net. Sticks it around at the right side to Bedard. He'll poke the puck across the rink to Grzelcyk, who returns it back behind the net over to Rinzel. He'll lift it through to the Kraken blue line. Larson backing up, slaps it ahead. This bounces to the Hawk line. And Vlasic's got it for the Hawks. Into the Kraken zone on the left wing side. Whips the puck down behind the net. The court didn't see Bertuzzi coming along. Bertuzzi wedges the puck out, but then Everly got it at the Kraken blue line and shot the puck to the Hawk blue line. Bedard backing up to get it in the Hawk zone. To Levshinoff in front of the net. Returns it up the right side. Here's Connor Bedard, front of the benches. He'll just backhand it down to the right wing corner, and the Seattle zone get off on a change. Oleksiak to the puck, a bank pass ahead to Winterton. He's over the Hawk blue line on the right wing, pushed off the puck there by Kaiser, and Mikheyev's got it back to center ice. Mikheyev into the Kraken zone at the right point. Backhands it behind the net. The cord out to play it into the far corner to Evans. He'll pass it ahead now to Fisker Molgaard. He'll cross the Hawk blue line and put it down to the right wing corner. Louis Crevier gathers the puck in there. Flips it up the left wing side to Donato. And worked it free now to Doc, who tried to go rink wide with a pass. This ends up over the center ice circle. And Colton Doc will get it and drive the puck off the right corner boards. And in behind the Kraken net, DeCord plays the puck. He put it up the near side into the Hawk end. And Vlasic's got it there for the Hawks. Ahead to Oliver Moore. Breaks through center over the Kraken line down the left wing. Stopping along the half boards. Sheds a check. Rolls to the left circle. Fans on a pass and then works at the side of the net. It was intended for Nazar. He couldn't corral the puck. Vlasic jumping into the air at the left point. Gloves the puck over his head. Drops it to a stick and spins it down behind the Kraken net. But then Riker Evans will carry out for Seattle. We're under 6 minutes to play here in period number 3 of a 2-2 game.
Blackhawks have to do a better job keeping the puck away from Joey Decord. He acts like a third defenseman back there, and each time they dump it in, Decord's made a good play to one of his D, and it's been relatively easy breaking out this third period for Seattle.
Seattle doing a good job of milking this clock, looking for at least 1 point out of this game. Road contest. Rinzel behind the net. Hawk net anyway. To Green far corner. Passing up the right side for Bedard. Puck taken away at the point by Lindgren, who shot it across. Stevenson has the puck at the right point. Whips it down behind the net. Berkeley Catton got it there, put it out in front. Knocked away, and then Montour fires from the bottom of the left circle. Turned out of there by Knight. Hawks need to be careful here. They're getting outworked for pucks by the Kraken. Kaiser in the near corner takes a hit. Lost the puck behind the net. And Stevenson swept it up the slot. Held in at the line by Montour. Put the puck to the left point. Lindgren will fire it back down behind the net around to Schwartz along the right boards to Montour. High slot, firing a shot. Blocked on the way in. Green swept it away, but not out of the zone. Stevenson to Tolvanen back in the net. Winds the puck around to the right point. Montour to Catton, top of the right circle. He'll lift it down to the right wing corner to Montour. Sweeps it around to the left point. Lindgren, who turned it over. Bedard's got the puck and breaks through center. He's got a breakaway over the Kraken line down the slot. He was hooked on the play, and no penalty is called. And he's screaming at the official in the near corner. No penalty was called on that play. Here's Beniers back into the Hawk zone. Penalty coming up here to the Hawks now as Knight stops a shot from the Kraken. The whistle blows. And a penalty is going to be called here to the Hawks.
Looks like a misconduct penalty, and it's probably going to Connor Bedard.
Chicago number 98 has a minor penalty for unsportsmanlike conduct.
Yeah, he didn't like being shown up by Connor Bedard, and that's what he gets the penalty for.
All right, the Kraken get a power play when we return. 4:16 left in the third. We're tied at 2. Well, you can hear the displeasure felt by every single Blackhawk fan in this building. Back with more after this on 720 WGN.
It's Connor Murphy. Puck drops here. WGN Radio, home of the Chicago Blackhawks.
Imagine having your skull detached from your spine to save you from paralysis. When Phil came to Northwestern Memorial Hospital, his spine was digging into his brainstem. After feeling unsure about his first hospital, he sought out our team's expertise and drove 14 hours for our care. We developed a comprehensive plan to rebuild his spine and made him feel at ease every step of the way.
Nationally ranked for neurology and neurosurgery by U.S. News and World Report, Northwestern Medicine is pioneering treatments for tough neurological conditions. During surgery, Phil's team detached his skull and removed the top of his spine. They then rebuilt his spine using rods and screws. This innovative procedure put him back on his feet in days instead of weeks.
As Phil's nurse, I'm proud to be part of the world-renowned team that's giving so many people a new lease on life.
Northwestern Medicine. What makes us better makes you better.
Cold weather and hockey season go together hand in hand, but your home isn't a hockey rink, and you want it to be the perfect temperature no matter the season. With Mitsubishi electric heating and air conditioning mini split systems, you get the ultimate comfort and efficiency every time, even in those difficult to heat places in your home. Their units are designed to deliver consistent comfort where you need it most. Check out Mitsubishi electric heating and cooling mini split systems today at getacomfyhome.com.
Hey, Chris Chelios here. It's time to break out the Bandito. El Bandito Yankee Tequila. So smooth, it's criminal. Break out the Bandito, baby.
Along with Charlie Romeliotis, Steve Conroy, I'm John Weideman. Happy to have you along here at the United Center. It's time now for the Four Seasons heating, air conditioning, plumbing, and electric face-off. For all the right reasons, call 866-4-SEASONS. Kraken control. They have a power play. They're third of the game. Stevenson, top of the left circle to Everly beside the net. Back to Stevenson again. Turning top of the circle and reaching out is Nazar to poke check the puck to center. Here's Nazar trying to get to the puck at the Seattle line, but Dunn doubling back took it back. Dunn finds Everly over the Hawk line, left circle. He shoots a knight down with a butterfly save. Took a chop there from Beniers, but kept the puck out of the net. Dunn in the high slot. To Stevenson, top of the left wing circle. Put it over right circle. Tolvanen. To the high slot to Dunn. Back to Tolvanen now top of the circle. To Beniers in the right wing corner. Back to Tolvanen beside the right circle. To Dunn high slot to Stevenson top of the left circle. Everly left corner. Then back to Stevenson beside the left circle against the boards. He'll carry down toward the net. Put it in front for Beniers, who fires a shot wide. 1:08 left on the Kraken power play. The whole play has been inside the Hawks zone, seemingly. Here's Dunn with a long shot from the high slot. Deflects wide. Vlasic pokes it ahead to Teravainen, and he'll clear the puck down.
And that's an important clear. Four guys tired out there for the penalty killers of the Chicago Blackhawks, but they did do a good job keeping that Seattle power play to the outside. And there's one shot so far for Seattle with the man advantage.
Riker Evans to his own blue line, dropping the puck there to Montour. To Schwartz, weaving in over the Hawk line, drops it right point. Montour to Evans left point. Down to the left wing boards to Marchment. Here's Marchment beside the left wing circle. He carries bottom of the circle, then in behind the Hawk net. Sets up the right circle. Montour, he fires, blocked by Kaiser with the skate. Puck ends up at the left point to Evans. Bothered by Ryan Green. Evans pokes the puck to the left wing corner. To Schwartz, to Marchment left wing corner. Out to Evans left point with 10. Evans now to Marchment, top of the left circle. To Montour, left point. He'll close into the left wing circle, send it in front to Schwartz. They score. With 2 seconds remaining on the minor penalty to the Hawks' Connor Bedard, the Kraken take their first lead of the hockey game. Former St. Louis Blue, now current Seattle Kraken, Jaden Schwartz on the receiving end of that pass. Put it in behind Spencer Knight. It's a power play goal. 3-2 Seattle.
Yeah, Wyatt Kaiser not happy with himself. Jaden Schwartz, that's a perfect setup, too, by Seattle. But, you know, Wyatt Kaiser could have maybe blocked the pass, but more importantly, should have probably tied up the stick of Jaden Schwartz. And instead, Schwartz gets a free one-timer and just puts it in behind Spencer Knight, who couldn't do anything on the play. But I really like the way that they opened up this penalty-killing box for the Blackhawks. And, you know, good job by Jaden Schwartz. They're looking at it right now. I'm not too sure. Certainly wasn't goaltender interference. Maybe they're looking at the play that got them across the blue line as a possible offside. But Jeff Blashill trying to buy some extra time here. And it looks like they are challenging.
Okay.
No, take that back. I think it's a timeout.
Chicago, call
Yeah, this is a timeout. So Flash will want to get his team together, and he also wants to talk to the referee a little bit too. And I think the thing is, there was no call on Connor Bedard on that breakaway, and he got slashed across the hands. Connor was visibly upset, and he went right to the referee during the play, and that's how he got the misconduct penalty, the 2-minute minor misconduct, and that resulted in a power play goal. So Jeff hasn't really talked. So I think this timeout more than anything is to look at to see whether or not the play was offside, because Jeff Blashill hasn't said a word to anyone. He's just looking at replays. And that's a good use of a timeout just to make sure that it was a legit goal, that Seattle was not offside when they made the blue line of the Blackhawks. And they're still looking it over.
Steve, one thing I wanted to mention to the listeners, they did change that goal to Shane Wright from Riker Evans and Berkeley Catton. Not that it matters, but that was the tying goal.
You called that, I think. You thought it went off the right.
It looked like it hit the end of Wright's stick. I mean, we're a long way from where they were, but it just kind of looked like it there. So, anyway, sometimes I'm right. And now from behind the Kraken net, the Cord flings the puck through the air to the Hawk blue line. Spencer Knight standing out in front of his crease. You get a whistle stopped in play as one of the linesmen caught the brunt force of a check thrown by one of the Kraken into Artyom Levshinov. And the poor man on the near side, I believe that's C.J. Murray, he's trying to get out of the way of that check.
Yeah, there was 2 or 3 bodies. I think Levshinov took his legs out. Joey Decord was trying to go for an empty net goal there. He saw Spencer Knight starting to lead, but then Spencer Knight put on the brakes. The puck never made it all the way down the ice, so keep an eye on Spencer Knight.
1:49 left on the clock. Inside the Hawk zone, Everly from the left wing board backhands the puck down behind the net into the near corner. Levshinov reaching around Beniers, pokes it ahead. Here's Teravainen at center ice to Bertuzzi. There goes Spencer Knight to the Hawks bench. Bertuzzi dumps the puck hard down the left sideboards in behind the Kraken net. Green battling there with Larson, who pokes the puck free to the near corner. And then Nazar with a back pass. Nobody at the point. Just slides down into the Hawk end. Artyom Levshinov back to get it. Kraken nearly guilty of too many men on the ice. I don't know how the officials didn't see that. Bedard in the right wing corner to Green back of the net. Had the puck knocked off his stick to the left wing corner. Larson's got it there. He'll fish it up the left wing boards. And it's taken back by Teravainen, left corner to the right circle. Bedard firing, and laying in front of it was Lindgren. He is hurt. Now at the right point, Levshinov. Put it down to the right wing boards. Bedard, a little toe drag to get around Stevenson. Could not. The puck taken away and chopped down ice. We're going to get an icing call here to the Kraken. And Ryan Lindgren is heading to, actually he's on the Seattle bench. I would think he'd be heading to the dressing room to get a look. 46 seconds left in the third.
A couple of great defensive plays, John, by Seattle. First the block by Lindgren, and he paid the price. He's in a little bit of pain. And then Stevenson, without a stick, actually hit Connor Bedard, who was trying to dance him. Knocked him off the puck, basically, and they ended up icing the puck.
Face-off circle to Decord's left. Green against Stevenson on the draw. Hawks with 6 attackers and an empty net down below us to our right. And Green wins the draw. Left shot, right point to Teravainen, top of the left circle. Put it on the net. Redirected on goal. Turned out of there by Decord. And then Decord plops on a loose puck off of a follow-up shot by Bertuzzi.
Well, it's a set play off the face-off. Green wins it. They go D to D, and in the high slot, Frank Nazar just with the redirection. And that's a real good save by Joey Decord, who has quietly had a real strong game here. Allowed 2 goals in the first 2 periods. They've been rock solid in this third. And as I mentioned earlier, he's been playing the puck like a defenseman back there.
Yeah. He has had the Hawks numbers so far in his career. As I mentioned, 5-1-0 coming into tonight's game in his career record against the Hawks. The drop of the puck to his right. Hawks get control. Bertuzzi slaps it on the left wing boards. Nazar there. Green goes to the bench for a new stick. Now he leaves the ice surface. Donato is on. Nazar from the left wing corner tried to bat the puck in behind the Kraken net, but it hit him in the top of the skate and ricocheted up into the air. And Decord standing in the Seattle crease looking like an outfielder reaching up to catch a fly ball over his head.
He probably played a little bit of baseball.
Yeah, had to. Probably a big Red Sox fan, too, I would think.
Yeah, I would think so, too. Well, important to win the draw here.
Somehow I can't see him being a Yankee fan. He's from Boston. Face-off circle to his right. Gaudreau facing off with Ryan Donato, who pokes the puck in the near corner. And then Larson sticks it behind the net. Gaudreau took it there, swept it around, not out. Bedard along the right side boards to Levshinoff. Now to Nazar, left circle, put it out in front. And Donato swats at it. It's knocked away. Taken back by Nazar to the line. Levshinoff, he had trouble with the pass. Has to retreat to center ice. Gives the puck over to Bedard along the far boards. Hawkin. He's trying to shake the check of several Kraken players. 3 seconds left. Bedard's going to go from it for the Hawk from the Hawk zone. Fires it all the way down. It hits the end of Decord's glove and then the glass behind the net as the horn sounds, ending the hockey game. So the Seattle Kraken fight back with 3 third-period goals and overcome the 2-0 deficit they faced to start the third period. One of them, the decisive goal, came on the power play at 17:42. Jaden Schwartz from Brandon Montour and Mason Marchment. And Seattle wins the season series against the Blackhawks. They've won both games so far.
Yeah,
3-2 the final.
Give them credit, John. They came out with a burr under their saddle in this third period. And, yeah, the Blackhawks maybe made a couple of mental errors in their own zone, gifted them one of those goals. But solid play. And the Blackhawks, listen, that last 30 seconds, they had a couple of really good looks.
Yeah, they
Unfortunately, Ryan Donato fanned on the shot he had. The redirection by Frank Nazar was a really nice set play. But just 4 shots by the Blackhawks in the third period. It wasn't quite enough.
Just a quick observation, Steve. As the Kraken leave the ice surface, some boos continue to rain down from this Blackhawk crowd here. A lot of them, what we saw, our eyes weren't deceiving us. Connor Bedard clearly took a slash over his right hand, and no penalty was called. That could have easily been a penalty shot when you think about it. No penalty was called. Connor protested to the game referee, who then threw Connor into the penalty box for an unsportsmanlike conduct, and that gave Seattle the power play they needed to forge ahead and win this game ultimately.
Yeah, but you know what? If you're Connor Bedard, you're wearing the A now. You can't show up an official, especially during the play. You can go over and talk to him when the play's been killed, and then maybe quietly say, "Hey, come on, that had to be a penalty." You're not going to get the referee to change his mind at that instant, and I think.
Right.
He gave him a couple of, maybe a couple of warnings on the ice, and then finally it was enough. He called a penalty. So, yeah, I agree. It could have been a penalty shot. It was definitely a penalty, but he's not going to change his mind, and there's nothing you can say that will change his mind. So you just wait until there's a lull in the play, a stoppage in play, and then maybe you talk to the ref, and then maybe you get a call. There was still, 7-8 minutes left at that time. You could still maybe get a call.
Seattle outshot the Blackhawks as well, 27-24. They win on the scoreboard, 3-2. We'll tell you more about it right after we take this break. This is Blackhawks hockey on 720 WGN.
Hellsberg Gifts checked off the list. Now, time for wrapping. Earrings for mom. A gold bracelet to match the rings Danielle wears every day. And for dad, a new watch, because we all know he needs one. All right, this is going to be a good one.
Our favorite things for your favorite people. Shop our Black Friday event for up to 65% off in-store or at hellsberg.com.
Hey, Chicago Blackhawks fans! I know you'd do anything for a win on game day and an ice-cold Bud Light. Because whether you're tailgating in the parking lot or parked on the couch, sitting on your lucky stool at the bar, or standing in the fan section all game long, a win isn't a win without the clean, crisp taste of Bud Light. And there's nothing easier to enjoy than that. Bud Light. Easy to drink, easy to enjoy. Enjoy responsibly. Anheuser-Busch Bud Light Beer, St. Louis, Missouri.
This is the sound of Claire cooking dinner at home. And that's the sound of a fraud alert from Wells Fargo, flagging a charge for a pricey restaurant in Paris. Considering Claire isn't in Paris right now, that seemed odd to the bank and to Claire. 2 taps later, Claire says nope to the charge, and Wells Fargo is on the case. However you make money work, Wells Fargo can work with that.
Wells Fargo Bank, N.A., member FDIC.
Back to the United Center, along with Steve Conroyd and Charlie Romeliotis. John Weideman here for Blackhawks hockey. Ooh, boy. The Kraken win tonight 3-2. Third period, they scored 3 goals. Hawks could not tie this score. They had Spencer Knight pulled to the bench. They had a 6th attacker. They did get some chances at the Seattle net, but Joey Decord is now 6-1-0 in his career against the Blackhawks. I said it at the top of the broadcast. He has had the Blackhawks number, and he's been very good for the Seattle Kraken. I don't know, Steve, if he's that good against any other team as he is against the Blackhawks.
It's funny, shooters will tell you that they have certain success against certain goalies. Goalies will tell you they have certain success against certain teams, and for Joey Decord, it's definitely against the Chicago Blackhawks. I was really impressed, not with the saves, but with the way he handled the puck.
Yeah.
I bet you he broke the puck out by himself 15, maybe 20 times in this hockey game. And some of that lies on the shoulders of the Blackhawks. When you dump a puck in, you got to keep it away from a goalie like Joey Decord.
All right, well, the Kraken win tonight 3-2. We'll wrap it up right after we take this break. This is Blackhawks Hockey on 720 WGN.
Hi, this is Dave Musso, owner of Four Seasons Heating, Air Conditioning, Plumbing, and Electric, and I want to guarantee you a breakdown-free winter. Did you know that a dirty furnace costs more to operate and can lead to higher utility bills and untimely breakdowns? Now is the time to schedule your Four Seasons furnace tune-up and save $50. A Four Seasons furnace tune-up includes a 35-point inspection, complete cleaning, and we calibrate every component of your furnace. So call today.
For all the right reasons, call 866-4 Seasons.
Officer, can I get your perspective as a man of the law?
You know I'm a mall cop, right?
You see this Hyundai Santa Fe? I only paid for it.
Whoa.
Right? I'm not in trouble, am I?
Deal's so right, it almost feels wrong. The Hyundai Getaway Sales Event. Get 0% APR for 60 months, plus 0 payments for 90 days on all Hyundai Tucson, Tucson Hybrid, Santa Fe, or Santa Fe Hybrid models. Visit your local Hyundai dealer today. Offer ends December 1st. Call 562-314-4603 for details.
After the end of a good fight, you deserve an ice-cold reward. Modelo is the mark of a fighter. You've earned this rich golden lager with a crisp, refreshing taste. Because you know, the bigger the fight, the better the reward. You put in the hours, the energy, the tough labor. You are a fighter, and Modelo is your reward. Modelo, the mark of a fighter. Drink responsibly. Beer imported by Crown Imports, Chicago, Illinois.
Hey, Blackhawks fans, it's Spencer Knight. Break's over. It's time for Blackhawks hockey.
Back to the United Center for the final time, for me anyway. John Weideman along with Steve Conroy and Charlie Romeliotis for Blackhawks hockey on Native American Heritage Night here at the United Center. The Blackhawks, unfortunately, went down to defeat to the Seattle Kraken. It was looking good for 2 periods. The Blackhawks held the Kraken scoreless in the first period, or vice versa. Went to the second period. The Hawks connected for 2. Tyler Bertuzzi and Teuvo Teravainen, and they were in control of the game. And then in the third period, the Kraken came and played their best period of the night. They say you win the third period, you can win the whole hockey game, and that's what the Kraken did. Goals from Karche, Wright, and Schwartz on the power play saw to that. And by the way, Joey Decord in net for the Kraken wasn't tested as much as he possibly could have been by the Blackhawks. Only 24 shots on goal, 3 alone in the third period. That's just not going to get it done. And the Kraken escaped with a win. And with the win, the Kraken actually leapfrog over the Blackhawks into fourth place. The Kraken record now 10-5-5, while the Blackhawks record now 10-6-4. And these two teams have one more game to play later on this season. I want to thank everybody involved with our broadcast tonight, starting with Steve Conroy. An exceptional job of color tonight, Steve. Did a great job.
John, you as well. Way to call the game.
I appreciate that, sir. Special thanks to our hardworking crew at our flagship station tonight, the captain, Krista Flores. She had help from Tony DeNardis. Great work, guys. Big thanks as well to the Hall of Fame engineer standing behind me, Paul Zarang. A fist bump from the great one. Thank you very much, sir. Thanks as well to all you great Blackhawk fans who came down here to the United Center. We would ask you to please drive safely on your way home. I'll tell you what, the commute getting in here tonight was one of the worst I've ever had to deal with, folks. And if it's anything like that going home, boy, I hope you guys are driving safely. Please keep it tuned right here. We'll get you home. Charlie will anyway, in the Flight by Yingling Chicago Blackhawks radio postgame show. Flight is the next generation of light beer. And speaking of Charlie Romeliotis, he gets the final thanks tonight for getting us through Blackhawks Central pregame, through the intermissions, and he's going to get you home in the Blackhawks postgame show. 3-2 Seattle wins here at the United Center. For everybody I mentioned, I'm John Weideman. Thank you for tuning in. This has been Blackhawks Hockey on 720 WGN. Charlie's got post-game activities, folks. Let's get it to him right now.
The game is in the books, and the Flight by Yingling Chicago Blackhawks radio postgame show is on the air on the Blackhawks Radio Network. Here's Charlie Roumeliotis.
Welcome into the Flight by Yingling Chicago Blackhawks radio postgame show. Charlie Roumeliotis here at the United Center, where the Blackhawks fall to the Seattle Kraken 3-2 after going into the third period with a 2-0 lead. The Hawks give up 3 unanswered in that third period. And we're going to bring in Steve Conroy to help us break down that game. And Steve, I feel like all the attention is going to be on that controversial no call on the Connor Bedard breakaway, and obviously the misconduct penalty on Connor that allowed Seattle to score the game-winning goal. Just your thoughts on how that took place.
Well, no, rightly so. The focus should be there, but I think, the Blackhawks, and I think Jeff Blash will be the first to tell you, okay, that was a missed call. It should have been a call, either a penalty shot or a penalty, but you're not going to change the referee's mind at that moment, especially during the play. And if anything, you're trying to show them up, and I think that's what they get a little sensitive to. And I think it took a little bit. He didn't call it right away, but after about 5-6 seconds, he called the misconduct penalty on Connor Bedard because enough was enough in his eyes. Now, I think the referee would be the first to tell you, yeah, I missed that one. What you can do instead is wait for the first stoppage in play and just, if I'm Connor Bedard, skate over, hey, what's going on? I felt that stick across my hands. I couldn't get the shot off. I'm surprised you didn't see it. Then maybe you can get a call later in the game. When did he take his penalty? Was it 7, 8 minutes?
4:16 left.
Oh, 4:16. Okay, yeah. So there was still 4 minutes to go. You still could get a call to go your way, but you're not going to change his mind during the play after there was no call in the play. So Connor will learn from that. Listen, that's what makes him a great player. He's a fiery guy, and sometimes that leads to great plays, and then sometimes it leads to a misconduct penalty, which that did. And ultimately, I don't want to say that cost them the game. There was just too many mistakes in the third period, but it certainly didn't help.
Yeah, I think two things could be true. You could disagree with the penalty, with the no call on the Connor Bedard penalty. It was actually interesting because you brought it up. Connor skated directly to the official, and he got really close to his face. Now, Connor's momentum was carrying him into that corner, but he argued then as he was skating away, he turned around and continued to bark, and that's when the official, put his hand up. And Connor's wearing that A on his sweater, so he has to be more mindful that time and place on when to choose to argue. And maybe on the first one when he skated into the official or skated up to the official and argued, I think he would have been able to get away with it if he just turned around and kept skating, right?
Exactly.
Yeah.
And then, I think from a player perspective, you just hope to get a call after that because he missed one. Referees talk amongst themselves too. And the trailing ref might have said, you know what, I might have called that a penalty. He's not going to call it from 100 feet back. He's going to let the guy who's 15 feet away call it. He did not call it. And, as a result, Connor got really upset. But like I said, Connor's been around long enough to know you're not going to change the referee's mind. Wait until there's a break in the play. Wait until there's a whistle. Casually skate over to him, and you can still be a little upset and hot and then just ask for an explanation. But that time, that place, that was the wrong time.
Yeah, and just last one to put a bow on this, because again, it was obviously, it's the big talking point of that third period, but there were definitely, Seattle just completely tilted the ice in its favor in that third period specifically. But, with Connor Bedard, I guess my one piece of advice to him would be, I think he joked about this after Tuesday's game. He said, I like to talk to the officials a lot because, as a player, you feel like when the calls don't go your way, you want to get on the officials for them. And just in real time, like maybe you think the call is going your way or that you think the call should go your way. And then you go back and check the video later and you realize, okay, maybe I should have laid off. If you continue to push the officials or challenge the officials on their calls, it's going to fall on deaf ears. So you have to pick your spots, right? Mm-hmm. On when you decide to pick and choose, when you decide to not go after the officials in a negative way, but or else it's just going to fall on deaf ears, and the officials are just going to be like, well, he just complains about every call, right? So you just have to make sure that you're calling it what, if Connor if Connor's coming at me at a call, that means I for sure missed something if you're the official.
Absolutely. And certain guys get labeled in the NHL as whiners. And, Wayne Gretzky, it was said that Wayne Gretzky would whine, but Wayne would wait until after the play had stopped, and then he'd go over to the referee. And I think that's something that Connor can learn. Listen, I watched last year, and I think he picked up 3 10-minute misconduct penalties. And last year was a frustrating year for Connor Bedard, and, just by mouthing off at the referee. And there's a time and a place for that, because honestly, and I've seen it happen, you can get calls going your way if you go about it the right way. You don't want to show them up during the play. And the fans really, I've never seen the fans this engaged against a referee. And they certainly turned. I mean, it was the linesman who got bowled over with about 2 minutes to go, and they were cheering, maybe not realizing that wasn't the referee, that was the linesman. But they were upset about the play too, or the non-call. So ultimately, another learning experience. I'll go back to early in the third period, an unforced turnover. The Blackhawks had control of the puck. They're breaking it out. I thought, okay, they're going to get it out. And they didn't. A D-to-D pass got mishandled, and it ended up 30 seconds later in the back of their net. So I think those are the things you have to look at, not just the one play where, Bedard took a penalty and they scored on the ensuing power play.
You know who else, now that when you were talking about that, had a reputation of complaining to the officials early on in his career was, ironically, Sidney Crosby.
Oh, yeah.
Connor Bedard's idol.
Yeah.
And I was going to say Bedard's idol, Sidney Crosby. And then he started to realize, okay, I'm wasting my energy barking at the officials, and it's taking away from my game. And once he started to just focus on his game and started to get the respect of the officials because he's just a world-class player, then he got on them less. And then anytime Sid would go over to talk to the officials, they would have a more of a meaningful conversation, because it's like, all right, he hasn't been honest. He's not honest all the time. And so,
and referees, they respect that too.
They do.
Because listen, everyone makes mistakes, and they know they're going to make mistakes. They just don't want to be shown up. And, Connor in that situation was kind of showing up the referee. And it's absolutely true about Sidney Crosby. He was known as a little bit of a whiner early in his career. But, these guys are wired differently than us. They're ultra competitive. They've got to win at everything. And I can remember a story of Sidney Crosby. He was training with Nathan McKinnon in the offseason, and they were like running up hills, and Nathan McKinnon was beating him. Sidney Crosby had been in the NHL for 4 or 5 years, and he tripped him going up the hill just so he could beat him. So that's the competitive nature of these guys, but you got to learn when to bite your tongue. And, if calmer heads would have prevailed there's going to be no penalty on Connor Bedard, and maybe he scores the go-ahead goal when it's 2-2.
Yeah, or if nothing else, you push it to overtime and get at least a point out of this to keep the point streak going.
Right.
Now coming away empty, the point streak ends, but it also feels like one got away from the Blackhawks. And unfortunate too, allowing the 3 unanswered, because the second period has been the Achilles heel for the Blackhawks all season long. And that was maybe the best second period they've had all season, outscoring Seattle 2-0. Shots on goal were 14-6. I think the scoring chances were 11-0 in favor of Chicago at even strength in the second period. And for the Hawks not to be able to shut the door in that third period, you almost thought, wow, they escaped the second period. Not just escaped, they played their best second period maybe all season. But then it was the third period tonight that unfortunately cost them.
Yeah, and we talked to Connor Murphy about that, and whether anything was said after the first period. And he said, yeah, the coach had a heavy voice back there. And we responded, and they responded in a positive way, and they took control of the game. I had, Natural Stat Trick had high danger chances at all strengths at 10-3 after 2 periods for the Chicago Blackhawks. And in the third period, it was 6-2 in favor of the Seattle Kraken. So things did change. And, John Weideman mentioned it between the second or after the second period, that Lane Lambert probably had the same speech for his team after period 2 that Jeff Blashill had for the Blackhawks after period 1. And it's funny how some teams respond, and I thought Seattle responded in a real good way. Most of the play was down in that end. And what were the shots? 14-3 in the third period?
12-3.
12-3 in the third period. So, I was impressed with Seattle because they come at you with a lot of pressure, and they're a little faster than I thought they would be. I haven't seen them live this year. And obviously, volume of pucks at net, something's going to go in. And none of those goals were Spencer Knight's fault.
Yeah, you mentioned the 3 shots on goal by the Blackhawks in that third period. I think 2 of them came in like that final minute and a half when the Hawks had the extra attacker.
Right.
The one in the first 17 minutes of play, it It was Frank Nazar, a 68-foot. I think he just like flicked the puck in from the blue line, and Joey Decord just kind of stopped it. So it wasn't even a shot on goal. It was just it was towards the net. So the Hawks really failed to generate anything in that third period, and that's, I think that hurts because when we were talking to Connor Murphy, he said Jeff Blashill used his heavy voice in the first intermission for the Blackhawks. I imagine Lane Lambert did the same in the second for his team.
Yeah, but it's natural because that second period, you're right, their best second period this year, and they're in total control of the game. It's 2-0. They're out chancing, they're out scoring, and all of a sudden you take your foot off the gas a bit. Maybe you start thinking or feeling too good about yourself. And as Connor said in that same interview, it's an everyday league, and that's what Jeff was reminding us. You got to, it doesn't matter how many wins you have, doesn't matter how many points you have. You got to bring it every shift. And they took their foot off the gas in the third period, and they let Seattle back into that hockey game.
All right, I'm going to let you guys go because I know you guys got a flight to catch. A quick one in one-off in Buffalo. It's the first set of back-to-back this season for the Blackhawks. We think about the condensed schedule because of the Olympic break. Mm-hmm. This is the first time the Hawks are going back-to-back, so we'll see how they perform in Buffalo. So safe travels.
We're shuffling off to Buffalo, Charlie. I've been waiting all night to use that one.
All right, that is the great Steve Conroyd who had the call with John Weideman earlier tonight. We have some sound rolling in from the Blackhawks locker room. Connor Bedard was the lone speaker for the Blackhawks after this game, so we'll hear what he had to say about the misconduct penalty and what he saw on the breakaway that did not get called on the other side of the break when the Flight by Yingling Chicago Blackhawks radio postgame show rolls on after this on 720 WGN.
It's Andy Mazer. We're your home for the Blackhawks, Northwestern football and basketball, the NFL, and Hampton OB. This is AM 720 WGN Chicago.
What do the Blackhawks and United Airlines have in common? The next generation has arrived, and the future looks bright. New planes are joining the United Airlines fleet every week, decked out with Bluetooth connectivity, screens and power at every seat, and bigger overhead bins to fit everyone's carry-on. Book your next trip on the United app or United.com today. United Airlines, proud to be the official airline of the Chicago Blackhawks.
Whether it's a plumbing emergency or just a simple repair like a clogged toilet, Plumbers 911 is your source for the best licensed plumbers. Every plumber has background checks, insurance, and 10,000 hours of training. When you call 1-833-PLUM-911, you'll be connected with one of Chicagoland's most trusted contractors, like PDM Plumbing in Joliet. Wherever you are, a Plumbers 911 contractor is always close by. Call 1-833-PLUM-911. Plumbers 911, where they do it right the first time.
Ottawa